Greetings, ladies and gentle germs.
This is a special edition episode. This is a special edition episode. This is a special edition episode. This is a special edition episode of the Lake Podcast on the Lake.
Welcome to your third with Marty and the Arrogant Observer
On the Lake Podcast.
The FlyWithBats PODCAST.
Hey, one goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. It's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do.
Greetings, ladies and gentle germs.
There's only one goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. And it's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things.
Greetings, ladies and gentle germs.
Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
This is a special edition episode.
You just keep a ginger root in that shit, marinating. That shit tasted amazing.
So, LW, you ready to get this thing started?
Yep.
Feel me?
Oh, yeah.
One thing that we all need to be aware of on this joint,
What?
is trying not to talk at the same time, because for audio, that sucks.
That
All
has
right.
175,000 people in the room.
Yeah, I'm just saying, being aware, of course,
We
it's
got
gonna happen.
4, 7. Damn, we got 10 niggas in this bitch.
Niggas,
Yeah.
that's the key point.
We got we got the start
Loud.
line.
Loud niggas.
Loud niggas.
We got the
Is this
start
a
line
record?
for the
And then
Saints.
they've all been drinking.
Is this a record for the food?
Actually, where's the loudest of them all?
Probably.
Rahim said he was coming.
Nah, he can't now, because he got the baby. He ain't got the baby, yeah, he can't come.
That's the first one. They, the fireworks are going
I
to
thought-
Oh yeah, we got a ruler for the podcast.
It was some of the public.
Here we go.
What this
Here
is?
we fucking go.
Oh, ruler.
Let me go to my
When
car.
y'all, that was y'all. That's a record. Yeah, okay. I remember. I know. I know what they talking about.
This is the
Dog,
blackest
you were-
that we
you were
possibly
there
can
too,
be
weren't
right
you?
now. Just
I'm not going
out there.
unless you that, dog.
Smoking, drinking, and
Well,
counting ones
next
for some
time,
reason.
because I went to the first one.
They're
and
all
and
synced.
It's happening right now.
It's
Mike is
happening
keeping both
right
conversations.
now.
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
this microphone.
Hey, we ain't gonna be able to use it.
Too bad.
You saying? I'm saying, like, be aware. Be aware.
Be prepared. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
We could have did it like the movie did it. Be aware.
Be aware.
Speaking of bad things that happened in 2008.
Oh,
I
God.
did not like the way he sung it on
Why
the
would
live.
they do that?
On
That
a live
was
one,
the
yes.
best part. That was the best.
Prepared.
That's one of the best.
But no, he did be prepared.
And-
No, it's be prepared. This nigga did be prepared.
Why y'all make us
Well, I mean,
straight? He was
you
not
can't-
straight.
You can't sit up here and, you know, I guess there's some things that they can't do, like, you know, make hyenas Hitler walk.
I love that part. That was my favorite part. No,
That was
unrealistic.
But I think my mom
First of all,
told me
we
that's
got a
like,
picture.
no, that's you know that's
Why
like
Hitler
from
two,
Hitler,
Hitler three,
right?
Hitler
It's like, what? Who's Hitler? Let me tell you about Hitler.
Tell you a story.
I was 25 minutes later. I was sobbing.
Hey son, I'm gonna tell you a secret about me that y'all don't know. My mama told me that I'm slick side related to Hitler. I think I told Martin that before.
Why would she do that?
So have you taken the 23andMe?
I ain't got no money for that shit.
Nigga,
I barely got money for one in me.
I can fit it out.
To make a point.
Boy, if I would find out related to Hitler, that would be so sad.
I feel like that's just something that your mom told you to fuck.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh no.
How would she know that?
I'm good.
Put like this.
I'm
I don't think she said to fuck with me.
Mine.
Cause she in that prison to say to fuck with me.
Okay. Well, that's a better start than any.
Welcome to the crossover episode of the FlyWithBats Podcast and
Greetings, ladies and gentle germs. Welcome to yet another partial episode of Your 30 with Marty and the Arrogant Observer.
Yeah!
And what's happening, this bitch? We're on the league. The fire is here.
We're all here.
All the elements. True, all the elements are here. We got snowballs and crawfish, even though it's fucking cold outside.
That means, and of course we got 5 here. We got 5.
We got my 5.
And 5.
The fan of 5 in the building.
Yeah.
5 live from the Beehive.
We did not want to leave 5 out. That's
no.
like don't leave 5 out.
Don't leave 5 out.
I'm the ghost in your heart and the spirit in your dreams, bitch. Let's go.
Wait, hold on.
That was fun. That was fun.
That made me so excited just now.
Hold up.
But I'm trying to get fucked tonight.
Yeah.
Oh! Speaking that poetry.
All right, 5. Let's go, 5.
I got a little butter for that booty if you need it.
Butter?
A little butter for that
I like that. Salted or unsalted?
Unsalted.
Unsalted, that's hot.
We got a couple of
cholesterol down.
Yeah.
We got a couple of pirates in here.
Yeah.
We got a couple of pirates trying to get the booty.
Just nasty.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I
So 6
recently
minutes
just
in.
saw that damn musical. It's on YouTube.
There's a
SpongeBob-
musical?
Yeah, the SpongeBob musical is on YouTube.
Was it good?
It's blacker than I thought it would be.
That doesn't mean
Cause Sandy is black.
See, I don't have a spot.
Sandy is black.
Sandy is black, yes.
Pearl is black.
Yes.
A good chunk of the chorus is black too.
Oh, that's good.
So, but they do the same thing that they do to like every like full-figured black woman on Broadway. They make her scream. So Pearl has a whole song where she's screaming. But the reason why
I'm about to say for people that's new to what happens when we get down to the end of the year, man, is when the podcast come together and we have a little MegaZord party where we get kind of fucked up and we talk shit about, the year that was.
2019.
What
This
year?
bitch.
You owe me a check.
If 2019 was a human, I would have fucked that motherfucker up a long goddamn time ago.
I really thought you were about to say you would have fucked it.
Yeah, I don't know. If I know in
I probably
2019,
kept something.
I'm 3,000 on that one. Fuck, bro.
I don't know. 2019 was very good to me in a lot of ways of opening it up and seeing things differently and regaining myself and re-loving myself and journey building.
And getting the Jerry girl.
And you fucked up and you just decided to regroup.
It didn't really have me fucked up. I had me fucked up in 2018. And I had me fucked up in 2019. And 2019 said, it was one more I said, I ain't gonna have me fucked up no more.
It all feel like a balancing act for me. It's like, if I made a list of all the good things and all the bad things, I'll have a pretty equal amount on both sides.
I can agree to that.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. 'Cause you want more good than bad, but I feel like shit really is some good.
Yeah.
And it's bad.
I had
It's
my
like,
fair share.
Negative.
you know what I
The
mean?
way
They balanced out the shit.
The way I see 2019, I don't know whether to punch it in the face or sit on its face.
Nah, beat the fuck.
I think that's the most simplest way that's what I just said, but the most simplest way to put it. Thank you.
Word.
That summed that up. Thank you.
Y'all year was way better than mine.
Oh,
If
no,
I
bitch, you
could,
had a
I would
fuck
shoot this bitch up like all rounds and then
Not
refill
this
it.
one.
This year?
Okay,
Man,
yeah,
fuck
all right,
this
well,
shit.
yeah.
Fuck this shit. Like, I really want to put all rounds on this shit, then refill that bitch, reload it, and go again. I hate this fucking shit. Yeah, this
All right.
fucking
I
horrible.
understand.
Say,
That's
reload it
the
and
voice
go
of
again.
Sleeping Beauty, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Fuck, I really hate this. This year, I learned the word hate.
I'm really,
Wow.
I really hate fucking people. I really do.
2019 the letters.
I hate that you don't work at Acme anymore.
Fuck them people.
I hate
Fuck
that.
Down.
See,
No
you like
names.
me.
No names.
I get it. I get it.
No name.
He got them pregnant. He getting them pregnant over there anyway. So fuck him. Corporate not doing shit. Fuck the white man. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Lawrence,
We're not leaving the school. It's a lockdown. Light it up.
what you taking us, sir?
I will say this. Let's start with, let's get this orange bitch out the way while I can. And Donald Trump got impeached this year.
Yo.
I do not know what the fuck is going to happen to him other
You know
than
exactly
nothing.
what's gonna happen. You just
Well,
don't
yeah,
want
but I'm trying to be optimistic here.
Yeah, okay. You
Bro.
glad you keep it alive, Mark.
Yeah. See, all right. So let me break this down real quick.
Break it down, Lawrence.
This nigga I don't even want to give them the
he deserves to be called a nigger.
That's what I was about to say.
In any type of
So this motherfucker,
he is a nigger.
that orange motherfucker.
He's a nigger.
He's a hunky cracker, man.
Hunky cracker nigger.
That Cheeto.
Yeah, hunky cracker, peck of wood.
The joy of the term honky did not become clear to me until I watched Dolomite Is My Name, which I did last night. Side note, I had no idea how a movie that funny could cause me to tear up at the end. Anyway,
but peep this though. I just want to throw this out here. The term honky and cracker, for whatever reason, is more fun to say now than I think it ever was then.
Of course.
Because it don't seem like the white people of then cared that much.
Yeah.
But right now, if you call a white person a honky or a cracker, they just so want to be, they want to be down so bad. Like, oh, I want to be oppressed too. They call me a nigger, but in a white way. So now, like, if you call them a cracker or a honky, now they feel it.
Oh, you going to feel it the way I said.
I mean, did they really
colonizing honky cracker?
I don't think they feel it in a way like LeBron feels a flop.
Yeah. No.
Do they really feel
No, they don't feel it in the natural way that black people feel.
They never feel it. We ain't whipping them while saying it.
They can't match it, but what I'm saying is this. They're so excited to feel something.
Feel oppressed.
That they react in a way that would get a reaction.
That's LeBron's stupid ass.
No. Okay, maybe you can say that, but what I'm saying is back in the day when it felt like when black people used to call them honky and cracker, they'll hear that shit and be like, okay, whatever, nigga. But now when you say that shit, they be like, what? And I think that's hilarious. That's all. I find that to be very funny.
That PC culture we're moving into.
This is how this broke down. September, I believe. Fucking president and whatnot called up Ukraine and said, yo, this is what I want you to do. I want you to investigate the Bidens. And Ukraine was like, I bet I'm going to go ahead and investigate the Bidens for that ass. And you can't do that shit. You can't sit here and have a foreign entity investigate or put their affairs into somebody who is American politician for your own personal gain. You can't do that shit. They did impeachment inquiries, and now the motherfucker is impeached.
The hilarious part is, of all the things that he's done while being president,
this man told basically said a dead person was burning in hell.
You heard me? Mm-hmm. I mean, Bill got caught up for getting some head. Trump has done a lot of shit. That's the thing that we're like, oh no. Now we got to impeach him. He tried to talk shit to another country about the Bidens. It was proven that his entire campaign happened because of Russian bots. Mm-hmm. And we still didn't even impeach. I just look at all the things that, let's say like there's a Barack woulda. If you do a Barack woulda next to so many things for Trump, it's ridiculous that thing that you just said, that is almost something that the average person don't really give much of a fuck about.
Keep in mind,
that's rich people problems that really got him fucking caught up.
Barack Obama, in the summer, wore a tan suit. And Fox News talked about it for a fucking week.
Tan suit.
A tan fucking suit. This man looks like what would happen if you left your oranges out for about 6 or 7 months and nobody said shit.
Right. He was chemically enhanced. They ain't even brown.
With rape charges on his third marriage.
With rape charges. Speaking of everything being on fire, everything's been on fire.
Like literally.
You wasn't talking about me? God damn it.
All of California. Half of California.
California got no water.
The rainforest.
My son.
The Amazon.
Now,
burn down the Amazon, Lord.
What can we do?
And apparently
they burned down Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Technically, it is Amazon Prime.
Okay, that's the truth. You really dropped the gem. But peep this out, dog. While we was chilling and shit, I opened up a bunch of like tabs starting from January 5th up to now of different podcasts that we've done at the FlyWithBats podcast, right? So I want to just throw headlines out there. And if anyone has anything to say about whatever headline that's in these breakdowns, it happened from the beginning of the year to now. I feel like that's an easy, or almost like a documented way to just cover certain shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, so on January 5th, episode 72, side A, that's my juvie. Let me know when to stop, people. Surviving R. Kelly Part 1.
So R. Kelly's in jail. Actually go there.
Okay.
You can stop that. I don't know if I can be heard. I'm like, yeah, we can stop that.
That was hell. Keep in mind.
Yeah, we should have known it was
R. Kelly. Now I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
Last year when we did an episode of Your 30, we decided I said this and I went clear off on it. The fact that that black people have been talking. There's so much confusion right now. That black people have been talking about.
Okay, pause. From this point on, they're all gonna go this way.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, which way are we going? I can't see it.
Pass the Dutchie to the left hand side.
It's like
I keep going this way, and they keep pulling it back this way.
That's why I feel like it gets stuck. So we're gonna pass the Dutchie to the left.
I am. Okay, yeah. Everybody put your hands up. You don't want it.
My pass
just keep going that way. Just
No, Rel passed me one this way.
They had two going that way and one going this way.
All right, we all going to the left now.
It's all to the
Life
left.
and destruction.
I'll take the blame. It was on me.
Potty
My bad,
Mouth
y'all.
Podcast.
That's why I just had to fix it.
We had a train wreck right quick on the highway to
I'll
to the next
I'll
level.
take the struggle.
I'm not taking accountability 2020. No accountability.
I don't know, man.
All right, this episode needs a safe word. What's a safe word?
Accountability.
Super monkey ball.
Whenever one of us says super monkey ball, let's let it call us to attention. I may stop.
There we go.
All right, so we was on Surviving R. Kelly Part 1. Who talking about this?
Now, like I said, I got pissed because I was like, in Lifetime, this white ass network is finally putting this to a forefront but that was of course before I knew that the director was black. Ooh, I've seen only 2 parts to Surviving R. Kelly. There is a sequel, Surviving R. Kelly 2, coming out this coming year.
In theaters near you.
What?
I saw all the parts.
No, there's a new part.
No. He said he only saw 2 parts of the first one, and I'm saying I saw all parts of the first one. But yeah, there is a part 2 that they're developing right now.
My mental health will not allow me to do that.
Oh yeah, we've seen all of them.
We saw all the parts of Part 1.
5 of
Yeah, but
them.
there were like 4, yeah.
Like 5, yeah.
Together? 5?
I was calling it Trapped in the Closet chapter 20.
It was the true Trapped in the Closet, like
Literally.
At one point, I was like, and he said I'm 21. Act like I am 25.
No, he said I'm 16. Act like I am 21.
21.
No, say that you
What a
are
fucking
21.
echo.
Act
I know
like
you
you are
working on it.
25.
I don't know how to be 25.
Oh yeah.
How can I be 25?
Whoa.
Did I pull out my gun?
He was aiming at himself though.
Do y'all feel like they have like more to tell? Or are we just
Right.
jumping on this wave? Let's all see what's going on with
I
R.
mean, you
Kelly.
still follow the TMZ. You see, like Joycelyn, one of the ones that was mentioned, she's up in the headlines now again. She was talking against them. Then she switched it up.
Yeah,
like,
she keeps switching.
It's like, oh my gosh, I want to know. Y'all gotta put some suspenseful music behind this shit so I can see what's about to happen next.
I feel like we
Black and
just
white.
should not let up on R. Kelly because every time he get a break, he release a song and black people automatically love him again.
Well, he is mad right now in jail because they won't give him the equipment so he can record something.
Everybody in jail, man. Everybody in.
Give me some. Fucking no. Give me some. I need the piece. I want that fucking
I want
piece.
him too, bitch.
I'm live in the cell.
What's going on, Kelly? What's going on?
This shit gonna be so sweet.
Super monkey ball.
Nigga, you still making fucking them sound like shampoo. I want to hear that shit too. Straight behind the sound. Run that shit, Kelly. I'll
Run
be
that
drunk.
shit, Kelly.
It's on me.
Oh, y'all are toxic. Y'all toxic. Toxic. You know, use the word of 2019.
He's trying to sing his way out of jail.
Listen.
Bitch, that better be the hottest 16 I ever heard.
Ain't no fucking
I ain't trying to catch R. Kelly's fresh out of jail album or fresh in jail album. But I do wonder if he's winning the talent show contest in jail.
In jail?
Like I want to know. I want to know who's beating R. Kelly. If there is a young one up there challenging him.
Oh my god.
But can Bill Cosby like host his mixtape?
From what I hear,
Songs from him.
From what I understand, Bill Cosby is currently in jail right now, giving medical advice to inmates and life advice to inmates.
And mad about Eddie Murphy.
And mad about, once again, fuck him and his publicist. You sitting up here the moral high ground and you're in jail for fucking rape. How you gonna catch
for people that didn't see Saturday Night Live, Eddie Murphy, he had a freaking who like legendarily came back to SNL after how many years? 30 years. And he cracked a little joke saying that about Bill Cosby being in jail. He said, who would have thought that right now that Bill Cosby would be in jail and I'll be out. I'll be a stay-at-home dad with all these kids, man.
I'll be America's dad.
I'll be America's dad. Who's America's dad now? He acted like Bill Cosby. And Bill Cosby got pissed. And he sent his publicist out to call Eddie a house nigga. And
whatever.
And like Morris said, how you gonna have the moral high ground when you're in jail for rape?
Not just one. No, you've been raping for literally 50 years.
Yeah, 5 decades of rape.
You've been raping longer than everybody in this room has been alive.
5 decades, and we're talking about R. Kelly, we're talking about Bill Cosby, so that just brings up the natural conversation. People bringing up Oprah a lot.
Oprah.
And they're talking about how some people find that Oprah is only going at the people in the black community because she made the Michael Jackson documentary. She made the Quincy Jones. She's making the Russell Simmons documentary about his flagrancies. And you know what I mean? And there have been news that have been coming out. And I feel like there's some media shit too of like some people that she's been connected with have also gotten charges that she hasn't been focusing on. Now, one in media, Oprah's met how many dozens of hundreds of motherfuckers. You can always connect her to anybody. So I feel like a piece of that's unfair to be like, just because she got a picture with a nigga and that nigga is a sexual assaulter, that don't mean that, oh shit, now she's turning a blind eye to her best buddy that's a sexual assaulter. I feel like that's kind of fucked up on some media shit. But it's still a conversation that's happening. So I'm just throwing it out there. Like,
the fact that she's only doing black, like, what's she supposed to? Who's she supposed to put a documentary on? Whites.
Exactly. She's.
Who you gonna see a white documentary on?
This is my community.
Okay,
why the fuck would you?
Why
it's Oprah? She's black. Her fan base, though, a lot of them are white wine moms. A lot of them are black. Look at her network. True. Her network is black as fuck.
True.
I mean, when you say she black, that just, like,
I'm looking at people, actually listen to fucking Oprah. They watch her because she's entertaining, but how many people be like, okay, because Oprah doing it.
Specific demographic.
We're gonna do it,
It's like a specific demographic.
People are doing it.
Marty likes Oprah.
But I feel like it's a specific demographic of like women, middle-aged black women to 50-year-old black women. It's not young black women, like because you're speaking for y'all right now.
No, I know a lot of older black women too that don't listen to Oprah. I've watched them watch her, but they don't have a cookbook.
I'm gonna take this for my life and lead it on my life.
Like a white woman would do. And
but like
I'm
I said,
any white woman,
I would make sense because that's like our mothers, our grandmothers.
I've seen black women support her, but not. But
maybe in New Orleans it's different.
But I feel like it's a different situation of. There's certain things that black women naturally gonna feel like it's common sense coming from Oprah, even if they do support her. While for some white people, they're like, new information. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's just the difference in it.
They always discovering new information.
About us?
Oh, yeah. Cheetos with cheese on it. Oh, my God. This is brand new.
Did you just put chili in that Fritos bag?
Amazing.
Groundbreaking. Wait, what's the videos you told me? Would they cry because you put seasoning on the chicken?
I like those.
I love that one, the washing of the leg. It's like,
yeah, I saw that article. Like, what the fuck was that about? Like, people not washing their fucking legs?
But I believe
But because black people don't like black people that taught white people, like, it's been said that black people taught people, white people how to bathe, white people didn't know how to bathe at first.
White people invaded the world by being dirty as fuck. Like, history, and I don't mean like dirty as in sneaking, conniving. Just they're dirty.
Wait, pause, Chelsea. Wait. You're saying, we're not talking about chicken legs. We're talking about actual legs?
Yeah.
White people did not want to wash their
legs.
Wash
their
legs.
In
2019?
Yeah.
That's a hoe bath.
I mean, but you talking about like a specific section of white people.
No.
Lawrence?
A lot of
general
people don't know
how to
What's this new information? Washing your legs?
I mean,
it's kind of extreme. They also, and this is another one that caught me. They was like,
in 2019, this happened.
Who takes baths after they go swimming? You just had your bath.
She's talking about swimming.
about the chlorine?
What about
Doesn't
water?
matter.
They talk about that in the beginning of this year. I remember.
I've even heard of like a lot of white people not even using wash rags.
They don't.
They just use the soap just on their raw body, just take the soap part and just
shit.
There's a soap in there,
like rub it on. I was like, wait, what?
After working in Metairie for 5 years with nothing but old white
it
people,
off?
I noticed they
I was in a relationship with a white man. He does not use rags to take a shower.
What's wiping it off?
I rest my fucking case.
He would see my towels. He'd be like,
Oh, here come the dirty nigga. Let's go.
No, I know you're
Where's the well-acted nigga? That's the nigga that we offended something over here. Everybody was in a consensus, and then one nigga go, now look, now wait a minute.
There are 10 of us. It's 1 in 10, bro.
1 in 10. We bout the ratio of black people. 1 in 10. Let's go. Let's find it out.
I'm not commenting this shit. I'm just seeing this shit. I'm like, oh, you know, it's like when you wash your hands, boom. Because if you really wash your shit good, you see the dirt and shit come off your hand. But for your whole body, though,
that's what I'm saying. It's
I'm
different,
like,
son.
man.
Because there's an actual thing that you're doing with your hands. These hands are doing friction. There's friction with your hands on each other. But guess what? That soap ain't doing the same friction on your arm as your hands are doing with each other. Like a towel. I'm not gonna see this dirty ass table. I'm not gonna put spray on the table. Let the spray sit and be like, now it's clean. The table's clean.
Wait. But wait, Five. When you gotta get to your ass.
What is this?
What happened then?
How do you
When is your hand in that soap in that ass?
They just wipe their ass with the soap.
With their motherfucking soap in their fucking hand? That's the most disgusting shit.
Now how you gonna wipe their hands off, Shane? Five? With their hand? Now they gotta put their hand back in their ass and wipe that soap right on off, huh?
Yo, clean niggas. I like y'all.
Now I'm gonna let you know, I've done this. Okay? Cause I had to.
This is white side speaking.
Listen, I had to. There was no towels. I had to. These are survival tactics. Alright? I had to.
Nigga, we're not hating on survival tactics.
But I'm just letting you know how it happened. I'm just letting you know that I've seen the ritual. I've been through it. I know what it's like, and it ain't pretty.
AlphaJo, everybody's done some dirty shit with survival tactics. We're talking about the general.
I know we're talking about the general. I'm just saying, I know what the general do because I done it. And it's a dark side.
All right, next up. Anybody got anything else on R. Kelly? Anything? We all know.
Oh, no, Fry.
R. Kelly. That's a thing. Drake grooming. The grooming of the Drake.
Drake is dating some young girl.
That is some shit that we are not talking about.
The grooming.
Drake got Kid Bop on his hot blind bling.
Come on now, he after
we are kind of letting this slide right now.
I said, I don't care where I'm at work. Oh, Kiki, do you love me? He like little girls.
You used to call me on
He like little girls.
So she got me doing it now. Be on the button. Oh y'all, he like little girls.
I do have a question though. Either I'm out of the loop or I'm not seeing the outrage.
I'm not seeing the outrage. No, you're not.
It's sectional.
It is.
It's a specific section that's loud but not big. That's what it is.
Which I think is still a shit sandwich because I feel like if it was anybody else, it would be like trending.
It would.
I think the two-edged sword to that is you're absolutely right on one end, but on the other end,
you're not joking.
On the other end,
no. Drake actually like little girls.
Wait, can we confirm that?
Wait, y'all.
Wait. See, and look, and that's why I love Marty around because Marty's very unplugged from anything that's going on the internet.
Yes.
So
I'll explain this.
me and Lawrence oftentimes are filling out nigga Marty in, but on the other end, the grooming aspects, I was about to say, I just learned about the concept of grooming this year. You heard me? But it's something that's hard to prove. And it's just like, what's the first thing you just said, Marty?
You prove it.
Exactly. And it's a hard thing to prove, even though everyone can see what it is.
Even if it's hard to fucking prove, I still feel like the conversation about it is still fucking lacking because people speculate about shit all the fucking time.
I mean, there's
with very little info. So just the fact that there's a lack of info about this shit doesn't excuse it from being fucking trending. Minimum.
It trended for a minute, then got cold. Like for a minute, it was a hot second of heat. But then, like everything, we're in the high content. We got short attention span.
It's so fucked up, but look like Michael Jackson do. They put that shit on Netflix for years.
But they also ignored it for years off and on.
Let me tell you something.
Because he's Michael Jackson.
Pedophilia is deep in America. All right, pedophilia is deep in America. It very much is. When was born, it was right there with it.
Elvis fuck around.
Don't even.
I'm just talking about the mythology of Aquarius, baby. I'm not
that's true.
So Marty, there's a number of chicks that they can trace the Drake like dealing with when they were younger than fucking them when they were 18. And taking them under his wing, contacting them, texting them. Before we even get to the superstars, like the chick from Stranger Things,
Millie Bobby Brown,
and there's another. Billie Eilish is the most recent one he texts, and they talk about they're like 15, 14 years old, and they wonder why this grown ass man is texting these little girls. So when Millie Bobby Brown.
Fucking boyfriend advice and shit.
Yeah, and like on
you're
one end,
13. Why the fuck are you talking to a grown ass man?
Yeah, so on one end, some people like maybe it's innocent, but then there's the concept. Then there's a concept of grooming where these old heads, they take a little chick that they think is hot under their wing and start, getting them close enough so when they can, bang, bang. And some of them don't even wait until these girls become 18. You know what I mean? To be truthful about it. Woody Allen. Oh my God. Morgan Freeman. Not Morgan Freeman. Wasn't Morgan? Who's mad?
Morgan Freeman's got some allegations.
But did he fuck his granddaughter?
Yeah. That was some nasty shit. He fucking like some family shit.
Yeah, some weird shit with Morgan too. But like, so that's the conversation, Marty, has been happening with Drake.
Oh, I couldn't see him. It was annoying.
Was this year the year we found out he had a son, or was that last year?
That was
last year.
Was it? I don't remember. When did he lose that to
Pusha T?
That was last year.
I think that was
the
last
year. Be
year.
so long. But
the year is so long.
So much happens in a year. But I think it's going to come up when we keep going. Let's see. White man attacks female black McDonald's worker.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that.
Oh,
mainly because I was still working for the airline at the time. And that video had come out where my airline had this woman like come across the counter, call the dude a rapist, screaming at her because she was drunk. And I was like, the next thing
that's when she two-pieced his ass, right?
Yeah, the McDonald's one is where she two pieces.
Yeah, because he came at her though. Yeah.
Yeah, but
she got it.
He
and was like, why the nigga didn't jump in and help her?
And nobody grabbed her. Nobody helped shit.
All right, let's see. Bone Thugs versus Migos. Kanye West. Like he's been a conversation.
Since the beginning of last year.
My God.
Did anybody listen to his album and like it?
Didn't listen to it.
Nope.
Who listened to it?
Oh, actually, I did.
I can tell you right now.
Look at Aquarius. I listened to it.
So listen.
What did y'all think?
Musically, it's a genius.
It's always y'all.
That's why.
What were you like? You were waiting to get
but like
you was holding that mug again. Like,
I love now.
But you can't pull the wool over the eyes of the bullshit you're still trying to preach.
That's the problem.
It's like if I just wish it came from somebody else.
That's what I
said. Kanye.
That's exactly what I said because I was like, I don't feel right. This coming from you.
Did Kanye start the whole Sunday services thing this year?
No, that was last year.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because once again, because he's had a couple that have been down here in Louisiana, so I always follow D-Mac's rule. Go to the Sunday service as you want. Do not eat nor drink anything. They pass around pancakes and Kool-Aid. Don't do that shit.
Do it.
You will end up in heaven for real.
For real.
Y'all all gotta eat at the same time?
No.
Wait,
Hold on, what is this?
They charge like $200 for them pancakes.
They saying that Kanye got a motherfucker.
Shit, them ones in Baton Rouge, they charge
Those fucking sausages look so uncooked.
good.
Wait, is the pancakes got drugs?
No, bitch. I did not listen to it, therefore I did not hear it.
Now, one of the most, I think, but Kanye West is almost like used to tell this story as a story. It is so tragic and heartbreaking when you look at college dropout Kanye West and you follow his whole life and career up until what we got now to now he's a Trump supporting quasi Jesus freak. It's like
paints himself silver.
Yeah. I love
who paints himself silver, who's straight up Republican, who's taking because like I said, everyone has their breaking points with people, and I was like, I was a big Kanye West fan forever, and I often say like some people say his breaking point was the Trump shit, some people say his breaking point was him calling himself a god, some people like it's almost like watching Walter White on Breaking Bad. Like when did you stop fucking with Walter White? You know what I mean? Everybody got a different spot. Mine was specifically when this motherfucker took back his George Bush doesn't care about white people shit. when he said, man, he was giving into victim mentality and he apologizes for something that really gave a lot of New Orleans people hope during Katrina. I'm like, oh, you like I can't even get with that. That offended me on a different type of level.
And it makes sense because he's towing that whole all black people think of themselves as victims bullshit. That is a fucking talking point for conservatives.
Yes.
You hear that shit out of Candace Owens' dry edge.
Why all
the
the
time.
quote unquote free thinkers think the same? Everybody that come out talking, well, I'm just a free thinker. No, you're just anti-black.
They light the same candles.
They just anti-black.
Hey, y'all niggas
Because
like-
all the free thinkers always says anti-black shit. That's what Candace Owens, Kanye West, all them same niggas say, I'm a free thinker. So
All that shit sound like a choice. That sound like a choice.
Oh, that shit sound
Fuck.
like a choice.
What you saying, Chelsea?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I'm just gonna say I don't like it because everybody else says they like it. That's what it is.
They just
I gotta be fucking different.
contrarians.
Yeah.
That's the word.
I just gotta be different. Like, being different means something else. That just means you formed your own opinion. It's like, okay. And you went on about your way. You can do that.
But they don't feel like they form their own opinion.
No,
they just
it's
try to find.
anti-ass motherfucker.
I just don't want to do that.
Right. I just don't want to do that. But these other people just happen to be doing what I'm not doing, so I'm gonna do what they're doing. So you still doing what
Somebody else is doing. Y'all just formed your own group of niggas all thinking the motherfucking
And
same.
this is just so you can seem intelligent.
Hey, you look
That's
stupid.
the fucking thing about it. It's like you're just trying to sound intelligent, but I don't think
You call that a term, Chelsea?
What's I'm
Bitch.
All right.
One of the Name My episodes.
Dick measuring contest?
There we go.
Yeah, it's a dick measuring contest.
And the danger.
But tape measuring contest because they got some women who believe that.
True.
Yeah.
It's just.
And what's dangerous is when you have as much influence as a Kanye West, and you have people who will follow your shit as if you're like
gospel,
and then now you're negatively impacting the movement and the culture. Because
I'm not gonna lie, music is powerful.
Music is powerful.
You have these people
and
going on
influence.
one ledge and then going shoo them off another fucking ledge and say fly.
These Sunday services are not empty. They are usually full.
Influence
to capacity.
Influence is the greatest form of power. Whether you got your influence through music, through politics, through movies, through whatever. If you have power over a section or a group of people, you have power. And if they'll do what you say, or if they'll follow what you do, that is a thing that can be used for good or for bad. And when there's some bullshit like Kanye on, it's not helping us.
I don't like Young Boy power either. That boy Young Boy, I can't stand his power.
Who?
That boy
Him being a young boy. I don't know what goes on with.
That crowd
so y'all
fucked
don't
me
see
up. That crowd is so fucked up. That's our generation. That's them children.
What Generation Z?
That's like
what they be
high
doing?
schoolers on down.
What's this? What he doing?
It's like they so disrespectful. Like
disrespectful.
Like you remember when we was kids and you come up to that curse word and you gonna skip that bitch because you know you ain't gonna get your ass beat. Them motherfuckers say it.
Oh yeah.
This motherfucker got herpes. They say it's okay to have herpes at this point.
Actually, let me just say something here. While I do not have herpes, they do say in statistics that 90% of the earth does have herpes.
Well, no, but that's the truth. The thing is, too, is
true though.
But no, they was talking about this on 106 Park. We shouldn't. That's a problem. We shouldn't stigmatize people because that's the reason why. That's the reason why people don't want to say shit. Is because we be saying shit like, "Oh, it's wrong for you to have it." So it's one of those things.
It sure ain't right for you to have it though.
No, my nigga, it's just not your fault that you had it. Most of my if you chose to have sex. Yes, you chose to have sex unprotected. But what I'm saying is, it's not like you said, "Oh, I'm going to decide to put my dick or my pussy in the herpes pot." That seems fun, like taking a drug. So what I'm saying is, like, there's this big discussion that's happened in 2019 about trying to destigmatize some of these, especially the ones that don't kill you. But even the ones that do, because even for AIDS, a lot of the LGBT community have been talking about how trying to destigmatize, how people come at people about AIDS as well. So it's a conversation piece at least.
Tyler Perry stopped giving everybody in your movies it, and maybe that'll happen. I mean,
shut the fuck up. Shit.
It's like everybody in Tyler Perry's movies have AIDS. Everyone.
AIDS is the super villain.
Jesus.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. He's right there. He's right there. That's the one with the AIDS. The second somebody hear a cough, you hear that Janet cough. That's the one. There's the AIDS girl.
So in a way, NBA YoungBoy, if he's admitting to having herpes on wax, he is being pretty progressive. I would rather he admit to having it and motherfuckers know than him hide whatever he has.
Hey, you want to come back?
What negative shit else like that he's been influencing like in particular? Heroin's coming back in the young community. He's on. Wayne didn't just get caught with it. Wayne got caught with coke and heroin recently. Just a couple days ago.
I feel like the heroin was for the.
You know they gonna search that. Fuck everybody.
Just speaking as somebody.
Say, Brian.
All right, I'm jumping to episode 73 side A because 72 side B basically talked about R. Kelly and Drake. We covered that. The sun is in retrograde.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Dang that. Okay, it's Jay-Z. He's been a talking point in 2000.
Who would have thought Jay-Z would have sold us out in 2019? At the top of 2019, he was Black Power. At the end of 2019,
he sold crack to his mama.
All right, listen.
He shot his brother. You can't trust that nigga.
He stabbed him.
Shot Ad. He didn't.
Okay.
We're dealing with semantics here.
And listen. Listen. I'm not gonna say what's right or wrong. But who knows of why that man sold crack to his mama? If his mama was
I mean, I'd rather sell crack to my mama than y'all niggas sell crack to my mama.
That's how some people think. I'm gonna pop my mama off. You know what I mean? Why you still talking about me? I'm gonna treat you good, man.
She got the good shit.
She got good.
Nigga, make it.
I know where my crack come from. I know where my crack come from. I don't know where you were fed on the street crack.
Ma, don't touch that crack, ma. Don't touch no outside crack.
Only the red caps, ma. Only the red caps. It's not the blue.
I'm saying if your kids smoke weed and you had weed when you and they like 16, 17, it's not like say like 12, like 16, 17, wouldn't you rather your kid get the weed from you at 17 than out here in these streets?
My mother directly told me at about 15, you can drink all you want in here. I'd rather you drink in here than go out and drive somewhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And I'm not for underage smoking, but I mean, shit happens. You know what I mean?
A lot.
So I'm just saying.
Under this roof, I can protect you.
I started smoking when I was 14.
The white man ain't gonna get you out there.
I'm about to say, I can't even speak about underage smoking because I saw that shit a lot underage. Like niggas was smoking.
I didn't underage smoke. I smoked. My first time smoking when I was 24.
I have a lot of patients.
My baby.
Now underage drinking.
Well,
anybody got kids?
There's no such thing as that in New Orleans. That's called culture.
Yeah, that's true.
But as far as Jay-Z goes, he became a very controversial figure in 2019. And it's hard to really to take it because on one end he also did a lot of amazing shit in 2019 for people.
And before 2019,
what I mean? Like, and he never stopped. Even like all the NFL shit, I stand by it. Jay-Z, you trying to make power moves and try to disguise it as altruism, and that's where you fucked up. You should have just made your power move and kept it moving. When you tried to make it seem like it's some other shit, that's when we as people go, we not stupid, stop trying to play us. Right. You know what I mean? Now, if you would have just dressed it up as, hey, nigga, I'm making this power move for me. Then we'd have been like, well, you've been doing that your whole career, Jigga. That's not weird.
All right.
If you really follow Jay-Z, he'll fuck over, nigga. We've been like allowing it. So
everybody does good and bad things.
That's what I'm saying. But what he did for Meek Mill, what he did for 21 Savage, what he did with all those scholarships, what he did, like he's done so much good that even though I was taking him to task for the NFL shit, when I take him in his hole, I still gotta be supportive of Jigga because I feel like at the end of the day, he'll hold a nigga down before a lot of these other motherfuckers will.
He did give a village water.
Huh? He's still giving villages water. Like that's the thing, but Jigga been like he been fucked up though. Like that's the thing. I'm like, it's the devil you know. Like I'm like, if you ain't been like, look, ask Dame, ask Jazzo, ask so many people. Like
niggas had to die for us to have Rockaway. Alright?
Niggas had to die.
And like really like as long as we can say
or is that off camera?
What? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
I was making a bad crack on Cameron. That's just me.
All that shit's right, but just as long as we can also say like the good shit that Jigga did doesn't erase the bad shit he did.
It's not erasing
but the bad shit he did doesn't.
But I feel like we made the list of the bad versus the good in 2019 for Jay-Z. He got more in his good ledger than bad. It's just we can't ignore that was like some shady shit he did.
The thing about the bad is the irony of the bad. It's like, son, you're gonna be like,
it was in a lyric.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all need me, I don't need you.
And then it's like,
went to him.
Whoa.
I may be wrong with this.
You look like a bitch ass.
Very toxic relationship.
There you go.
when you have to outweigh the good and the fucking bad, and it like really weighs on you.
Already?
Fuck. Damn. Like, is it worth it?
I feel like it's been. I mean, it was like a toxic relationship since been. Huh?
What is he actually doing for you?
The people, like, what's Jay-Z doing for me? Man, the shit that he does in business is opening doors for, like, when I want to fucking do that type shit too, it's been done. So it's not this weird thing. Like I said, when I'm looking at what he does on the good side, from the freaking charities, from the freaking, like, specifically, like, look, I'm giving legal advice to get this man out of jail and setting another nigga up business-wise. He even started some other shit. Like, if we went to the hero highlights, how many times we had to shout out Jigga of all the things he was doing as unprecedented for a black man in his position? I gotta respect that shit. The worst thing that he did was try to make money with the NFL, if we look at it like, you know what I mean? And still,
try to make money. It's telling us, nigga, you fuck the NFL, you don't need that.
And then we're back on his word.
But you supposed to be a street nigga, and you've been preaching that G-code street nigga shit that you was 10 toes down, and now it's time to be 10 toes down, and you flip the script, nigga. So you ain't 10 toes down, nigga. You look a little soft, nigga. We don't recognize real, and you looking unfamiliar, nigga.
And now let's look at the actual actions that were done. Let's get out of emotion. Let's look at the actions that were done. And what has happened since then has been what? He's gotten more charities than the NFL has been given to.
True.
You feel me? Cap did get his fucking shot, did get his fucking tryout.
Trash.
You know what I mean? It did was some bullshit, but he still got his fucking tryout. More charities have been given to at an unprecedented rate through the NFL, through their relationship, than was done the year prior in 2018. When you look at the actions, at the end of the day, all I can say is the nigga made a business move. And we're mad at him for making a business move, and now we want to ignore.
We're not mad at him for
now we want to ignore all the people he kept out of jail, all the people he gave scholarships to, all the people that he helped because he made a business move.
No, we're not mad for a business move. We mad because he didn't keep his word.
No, we know that, but I'm saying actions, wise, damage wise. What has he done?
Dog, damage wise. What you mean? What he's done?
What has he done? You know what I mean? They got niggas out here that does shit that fucks up our community directly. This nigga's been helping out more.
You already fucked this up on what we should do now.
Because one big issue that we could have came at Jigga with 10 years ago was, nigga, you making all that money, selling all these fucked up things to the community, and you ain't giving back, nigga. But in the past 5 years, he's rehabilitated a lot of that shit.
I mean, Nino Brown gave out turkeys. Fuck.
It's way more than Nino Brown.
I'm just saying, dog.
Nino Brown had niggas in the street butt ass naked with a gun to their head.
So did Jay-Z. So did fucking Jay-Z. Fuck out here, nigga. Morrissey.
I just want to say this.
Oh, shit.
I have not seen a Bats and AlphaJo back and forth live before.
Oh no!
In a minute, I've never seen it live.
I didn't have enough years in the can, fam. I'm straight. Enough years in the fucking can.
Beginning of the year,
okay.
Y'all
I can imagine that shit in no time.
Like y'all been doing.
In 0.5 seconds flat, I can see that shit like a movie. I already know what's happening.
That was tongue in cheek though. That was just a debate.
Right. Exactly. And that's what they do right after that.
I've never seen it live before. It's amazing.
Lawrence, you're ridiculous.
It is just how we get to the bottom of things.
Another part in this section.
Who do you think will win in the fight though? That's the question.
I'm not touching that.
We ain't going there.
Lawrence, why don't you like me, man? Mike, let me get you caught up on in 2019 how Lawrence don't like bats. You feel me? I thank you, Marty, for bringing this up. You threw your partner under the bus.
All the way.
I almost forgot about it.
You shady
In
bitch.
2019, colorist Lawrence came out to play.
No, huh?
First of all,
he was freaking reviewing the kids' episode of King Esther, and they saw a nigga that they thought was me, but it wasn't me.
I did.
And then Lawrence was like, you know what? All these dark niggas in New Orleans look like bats anyway.
What did he say?
He said all these dark skinned niggas in New Orleans look like bats anyway. He said all these dark niggas in New Orleans look like bats anyway. Or maybe he said the reverse way. Maybe he said bats look like all these dark niggas in New Orleans.
It's been years.
I don't know which one it was.
He said in the land of darkness, they all look like shadows.
God damn it.
And I was so hurt as a dark skinned black brother. Because I was always told that I look like me. But apparently I'm like all these other darkies.
He called you a darkie.
I'm all these other darkies.
He basically called you a darkie.
First of all,
then Mike, he saw In the Red and Brown Water with me and motherfucking Rahim and Rodney. And he big up in the plate. And then when he go, I bet you Rodney will whip Bat's ass in the real fight though. And I'm like, goddamn. Why it gotta be that? Why you gotta go
Never be
for
right
me?
To Rodney's defense, he does look like he knows secret martial arts.
Like, why you gotta
Maybe
come
he does
for
know
me?
those secret martial arts.
Okay, let's
about to
cover
clear it
this
up?
right now.
Lawrence don't
One.
like bats, man. He just don't, bro.
I did not say that all.
black ass
Well,
can't fight.
actually, my direct quote was, "There is not a short supply of dark-skinned skinny niggas in New Orleans." That's what I directly said.
That ain't just a dark skinned skinny nigga.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, he's maxed out CJ.
Oh
There we
my
go.
God, here we go.
Marty, you ain't shit. Marty, you ain't
Thanks for coming back.
Goddamn, CJ!
Before man that out CJ, show up to my front door.
Goddamn, CJ! Look at old folks,
Man
CJ!
out CJ, rolling up in my house.
You can't work out anymore. You got all the greens.
Shut up. Y'all stupid.
You have 10% body fat.
When it-
Goddamn, CJ hit the gas.
Y'all niggas dumb, son.
And also, when it came to that situation, I was speaking only about tactical advantage. Now, for example, if
Ours don't like bats.
I'm listening to what you say.
Oh, and he just claimed the Acting Wild Black podcast for himself, Marty. I heard the episode. I heard your last episode. He said, as the host of Acting Wild Black.
And look at Marty. Look at Marty. Oh, you host that bitch by yourself?
That nigga told that boy, said, nigga don't come to see you, Otis.
I screamed. Oh my God, son.
well,
I am Acting Wild Black, and these are the other co-hosts. These are a few people who will be talking today.
Marty plays the piano at church.
Be like, he can't play nothing for him, but he just play those same couple chords just over and over
When
again.
drama
Well, speaking of Acting
That's an
Wild,
asshole that only learned a couple chords.
Just a couple. Like three solid ones. Three solid bitches.
They said, best go show up to Acting Wild fucking Acting Wild Black. Hey! Nights like this, I wish.
okay, so folks, let's just quell the beef here.
I'm listening.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow. All that got recorded. Wow.
All of that got recorded.
All of it. All of it.
Each and every bit of it. I have, first of all, I was talking about tactical advantage. Second of all, I am the co-host and the Black Actopedia of
Black Actopedia!
He said, I'm not Black Actopedia at this moment in time. But whatever them niggas
But
call
I
it
am.
is what he said.
But I am.
Uh-huh.
So.
There we go.
Always
I like that.
and forever.
Wow. Wow. That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. But, Mr. Bats. It's clear that on certain areas I did offend you, and for that, I sincerely apologize.
Amen.
I love you too, Lars.
But I know you
I
ain't
love
the
you, Lars,
positive.
bro. And for the record, I think that you could kick Marty's ass. Yes.
Once again,
Marty, better check in.
it's all about a tactical advantage.
Check in.
This is what toxic masculinity is ugly.
Oh my God.
Ladies, y'all see Lawrence and Marty go at it?
No.
To see who's the true. To see who's the true 30.
I put down 50. What y'all putting down?
First of all,
He said,
It's like the fucking Black American Pie. Like, all right, let's see if two niggas go at it. It's like,
all right, 50 Cent. I got on this episode. Apparently, he was trolling Tiara Marie, but we look at the whole of 2019. This nigga was just trolling.
He is the cat in the hat, the Grinch. He's all those kind of people in my mind. Like
what you call him, Frankie? Petty Wop. Petty Wop.
But no, if you think about his whole music career, it was like some petty shit. He was like, if Kanye album sells better than mine, I ain't releasing no more music.
That nigga John Woo can sing.
y'all. He is
My
funny.
nigga said-
He be like, I'm getting 5,000 whoever ripped this nigga the best. You can go in this.
My nigga, didn't he pay for somebody's concert? Didn't he pay for 100 seats?
It's
Dog.
not a concert.
Oh yeah. Son, you paid for the that nigga funny.
I hate to say
Not
it.
owe him money.
3 rows
He's my
is empty.
he's my favorite toxic person. Like, I refuse to cancel 50 Cent. I don't care. I know he fucked up. I know he says and does a lot of fucked up shit. I know he's a bully. I know he's toxic. But that nigga entertains the hell out of me.
But
That's
the
all.
thing is,
He
he
hasn't
don't
done
just
too
come
much
for
yet.
people. Like, people be targeting him on the slick and he'd be like, I heard that shit. Now I'm coming for your whole head. I'm gonna buy 300 tickets to your next concert. You're gonna be wondering why the whole first floor is empty, bitch.
He was wrong for coming at a girl for her edges.
Yeah,
he was
sorry.
wrong for that.
Hey, she had to get him together.
He apologized.
I thought
And then went at her again. He apologized and went at her again. It was so fucked up.
But then petty described like
Serious?
y'all are wrong for this.
Stop.
Like somebody else did it.
Stop.
Yeah,
Right.
he said I was just retweeting it. I wasn't saying I wasn't making a joke. Talking about
but those edges were gone. All right, that is a fact. All right, that is a fucking fact. We cannot deny that. All right, y'all saw the picture. All right, and though he retweeted, he should have retweeted it. But facts are facts. All right.
But you ain't gotta be an asshole
So if
about
your
it.
boss, let me just ask you something. So if your boss say some explicitly true shit about you, is it right? When you go after that nigga neck, if he says something very explicitly true, like
If I can't-
my boss could sit there and say, her ass she'll do shit when she get home. I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm like, bitch,
No, he didn't say she do shit though. She said, Joseph, where your eyebrows? Like like you came to work with no eyebrows today, son. What's up with that? Why? And everybody see you ain't got no eyebrows. You came to the award show. You don't have the award show today, right? But you came to the award show with no eyebrows.
But Joe, put it like this. Let's say you my nigga though, son. And I show up with no eyebrows. And instead of you even having any conversation for me in my face as my nigga, you waited for me to leave and then you told the public, you saw a nigga eyebrows, they ain't that nigga. Like, damn, son.
You know what's fucked up? That you came to the party with them eyebrows, son. Without them eyebrows, I was like, son. Like, damn.
Like, you know what them eyebrows
You set yourself up for like that.
That's your friend. You had to tell him.
I didn't see you before you came here.
Man, fuck that.
You should have sent me a picture before this. And you would have got on the internet.
No.
I would have had to make this joke. I'm like, son, I got you. Your edges are gone, son. You not wear. Put the other wig on.
Nah, nigga, we gonna meet up at the party. Tell me about my motherfucking eyebrows. Tell me about all that.
Tell me before
Bitch,
you tell
like, my teeth look yellow. Tell me.
I got a number 2 in the car. I got a pencil for you, bitch.
I got a Sharpie shit.
I got a Sharpie, bitch. Look.
Tell me before you tell Twitter.
I got a pearly dimple bonnet.
Oh my god.
The rise of Jordan Peele also continued in 2019. Us dropped this year, right?
Yeah.
And I stand by, dude. For everybody that heralds Joaquin's performance in Joker, you need to herald Lupita's performance in the exact same. Like, as an actor to actor, it takes the same amount of energy and craftsmanship to do what she did in Us as it took for Joaquin to do what he did in Joker.
Definitely.
And I feel like they're not giving her enough shine for what she pulled off as that character.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be stupid.
Like, she murdered that.
Don't be reasonable.
You don't even have to love the movie.
Stop.
She murdered that role.
She did.
Both of them.
That face. Listen, son, I haven't seen the movie, but all I can see is that face that people keep posting when she's like.
Yeah.
They can't see her face.
I know they can't, but like,
frightens me.
it's his face when she make that. I don't know, it's weird looking face. Like she like put her lip in and her eyes be all poked out. Shit.
I'm gonna put you on Us this week, Joe. It's worth watching.
And ironically enough, that one character that she was playing did not have any eyebrows. She
did not.
Bye, Lawrence.
She didn't have no eyebrows.
Bye, Lawrence.
She didn't.
Well, it's 50 Cent thing,
See,
right?
bring it back around.
At one point, she got in trouble. For the way she did her vocalizations because it was reminiscent of people who have
it's a bomb. It's a fucking bomb.
Well, that means the card's full. Oh well, so much for that.
Is the roof on fire? That's all.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
We don't need no water. But that actually, I wanted to say this. Ain't no such fucking thing as cancel culture. It's not. The whole point of quote unquote cancel culture is to stop somebody from getting money or support. If you still have direct deposit coming to your motherfucking account, then you ain't been canceled. All the motherfuckers who have been quote unquote canceled still making money. Cosby still making money. R. Kelly still making money.
True. That's unfortunately true.
The concept of cancel culture sound better than the execution of cancel culture.
Niggas canceled out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving that nigga no more money. So that's one thing that's canceled.
Because as much as we say we're not a monolith, to really cancel people, you would have to have a monolithic view as black people to really attack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and like when you speak of people that affect people so subjectively, like a Cosby, like look what they had to bury R. Kelly in evidence for people to find. And it's still people that rap. It's still people that rap for R. Kelly. So when you get to the cancel culture, like, you know what I mean, like who's someone that was worth canceling, and then you're gonna look at why there's this many people who feel like, well, I like this motherfucking music, or I like this motherfucking movies, or well, what they did wasn't that bad to me, or they didn't do it to me, so I don't care. You know what I mean? Also, that's the other side of it too. Cancel culture comes with the level of understood empathy that a lot of people don't have. We need the empathy that's required for people to really get canceled. But a lot of us are way more apathetic about shit that don't affect us.
And some people do it off and don't realize. Well, I think Trevor Noah said that. These people, whenever they did or said what they did or said, they were influenced by society, like the whole Eddie Murphy thing. Eddie Murphy said, and I apologize to anybody in the room or to anybody who is listening, Eddie Murphy was like, faggot in Eddie Murphy's mouth was like the word "the." Constantly. She said it over and over and over. He said it over and over and over again. Now, granted,
it sounded quite hilarious.
We know now, I mean, shit. But, like I said, if he was not, he wouldn't be as popular as he was then if that wasn't socially acceptable.
I mean, that's the thing. I think as a culture, I think we're still trying to catch up on is the fact of it's great that we're progressing forward in thought, but as we progress forward in thought, we can't be that new born again Christian nigga that's starting to judge all their friends for all their past all of a sudden because now they're born again Christian. We keep on trying to go back in the past and retro judge shit that as a culture it was different. We all partaked and understood and accepted a lot of toxic shit because that was the time. Part of coming from is we came from that. Let's move forward. But when you go through somebody's tweets 10 years ago and be like, let's judge him now, it was like, come on, guys.
We did an episode where I pulled out all of my old, what would considered problematic tweets. I didn't have a lot.
I know I would have some.
I
would have some interesting things if we went a good 10, 15 back on my Twitter sphere.
I used the T term for transgender people.
Oh, tranny?
Yeah, that I was trying to avoid it, but now that it's out there.
Thank you very much for fucking saying it.
So listen, I thought it was another T term.
God damn, man.
I was trying to try the right T term. I didn't know it was even called the T term.
Well, now we know.
Education.
Teachable moment.
And knowing is half the battle.
You just learned something.
God.
But I use that term a lot. There's a lot of sexist shit. But I mean, for the most part.
But society was more sexist then. Like,
I mean, a lot was a lot more homophobic than we are, you know.
We were all taught that then.
It was normal.
I'm going to judge you more if you've learned and you refuse to change once you know better or once you've been informed versus when you really didn't, when the whole culture didn't know or wasn't aware or wasn't even talking about it.
All the time, nigga cared about gay black people as if they was part of their family, and that's certain families. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's my cousin, you ain't gonna play with him. And the other gay niggas, whatever. But
as they fucking shat on them too, though.
Yeah,
I won't let you shit on them. I'm gonna shit on them, and I will. And that's unfortunate.
And like I said, the fun, especially with black LGBT people, that's like a regular part of society. Everybody in the hood know Peaches. Everybody in the hood know Ray Ray. Everybody in the black and black queer and trans people in the hood, and it's just it is what it is. I mean, ain't shit you can do about it. It's not like they gonna change. But like I said. I know that you're on your thing, but since it's February, can we talk about Billy Porter?
It's February.
Well, since we're around the area of
February. I'm about to say, God, no, I'm still in January. I'm jumping around, but you really fucked me up there.
Right.
But what about Billy Porter?
Welcome to February.
Really fucked me up there.
Like, whoa.
Billy Porter is hosting tonight.
My nigga say, I don't have a real segue. I want to talk about Billy Porter right now, nigga.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, what happened? I mean, Billy Porter.
That's my nigga. That's how.
Right. Wait. So, in this city, right now, Billy Porter is hosting New Year's Rockin' Eve. And somewhere in the city, right now, Don Lemon is getting lit the fuck up.
Yes.
He's here.
I thought Don Lemon wasn't coming this year.
I thought Don Lemon's not going to pass up a time to get drunk. I mean, it's Don Lemon, for God's sakes. Don Lemon's going to get drunk. But 2019 was clearly the year of Billy Porter and all the shit that Billy Porter wears.
Yeah.
Anytime it's like, okay, Billy Porter is going to host something. Well, what time is it? Because I'm trying to figure out what the nigga's going to wear. But
Peacock
and then
mixed with flour, mixed with the shit that you see on Masked Singer. Eloquently gowned over my legs.
I thought
with long high boots.
I thought that was the Met Gala.
But one thing, since you bring up Billy Porter,
He
that also came about in 2019. He's one of the stars of Pose. And the conversation of transgender rights and acceptability and what's the word, optics, that really increased a lot in 2019 as well.
Yes.
You know what I learned in 2019 about Billy Porter?
Pose was nominated for
with him and Ricky from Pose.
I'm gonna let you know something about that. It wasn't sexy.
Yeah, it was.
All right. It was groundbreaking. No. It wasn't sexy. All right. It was like, I know what sexy is. All right. And that shit. And it wasn't like, when I say sexy, niggas know what I mean when they be like, yeah, that shit wasn't hot. Like Billy Porter did not look hot. The young boy was looking alright. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
The young boy was looking alright.
Now Ricky's a very attractive guy.
But they need a prettier nigga.
I gotta give him that.
They could have went to a cartoon shit or something.
We're not going to body shame Billy Porter today.
Here's a cartoon of Billy Porter having sex.
And then we do a Roger Rabbit style, like we have the real nigga Ricky, we have the cartoon Billy Porter. Yeah, no, that's fucked up, son. That's fucked up.
In 2019,
from what?
I said straight niggas can't judge that scene.
Yeah.
You gotta ask.
Hold on, you know what's sexy?
What?
I'm saying that. I'm saying that this. You can have your opinion, but I'm gonna take the credibility from either a gay person or a woman before I take it from niggas who don't even find niggas on the average attractive or wanting to fuck them niggas.
Man, I can appreciate a nigga like, all right, you look like you about to get that nigga. I'm like, damn, you look scruffy. Even when he said, I'm older than you trying to give it to me, I'm like, all right.
Hey, if you calling a man scruffy,
I feel like
that was the most macho way of saying like I could find a nigga attractive and also see another nigga be ugly. That was such a macho way. I could
say son. Have you ever seen like
Say, son. You better look at niggas fine.
Listen, son.
Better look at niggas fine.
There's some beautiful women in this world, dog. In and out. There's some beautiful men in this world. In and out.
Wait. Super monkey ball.
That is disturbing.
So you niggas get hot girls, so I can see him getting ugly nigga getting a hot girl. Cool. I ain't saying nothing.
So you said that he was an ugly nigga. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what shit we had? Like, it's just like, nigga, you're not hot enough for Ricky.
So TV should only show a specific aesthetic of people having sex.
No, I'm just calling it what it is. You know what I'm saying? It didn't float my boat. Like I said.
That's subjective. Billy Porter is beautiful in the same way Diane Carroll was. It's like a classic beauty, okay? It's like a majestic
Look a five,
beauty.
hold up.
And
What?
you can see immaturity now.
I wouldn't.
Keep going there.
Take that like Diane Carroll. Billy Ford is like the Belle Diane Carol though.
Yeah, it's like a character that.
I gave you Billy D. Williams or something. Goddamn, he like
that you see eating.
I understand where you're
not even now Billy D, because Billy D kind of like worn now.
Billy D never. Billy D never be Billy D. That's Billy fucking D.
I feel like you didn't.
Who don't know shit about gender neutral or anything else.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about, like, far as how, like, the beauty
Cheekbones, high, like.
Nah, let me tell you something, son. That's like.
I know what you're saying, Sean.
He's not an ugly man, but they're trying to say the man wasn't in shape for the sex.
Classically.
The man is 50.
We had to watch
Not even in
Eddie
shape.
Murphy do that goddamn sex scene up in My Name is Dolomite, even
Dog.
though it's Play for Laughs.
I
We had to
mean-
watch that. What was it? The
that was Play for Laughs.
Notorious did that sex
Honestly,
scene.
we've seen a lot of mediocre white male bodies.
That was horrible.
We have seen a lot of mediocre white male bodies over the years.
Ray Moore had that same, like, okay.
No, but true, but no. We have seen a lot of mediocre white male bodies over the years.
You ain't lying.
We've seen some niggas not in
Like,
shape
God
get some
damn
young
it.
ass white
What
pussy.
the fuck
And
is
we like,
going
damn,
on?
dog.
You can't find no. What the fuck,
It's
son?
just like that set it off.
Jim
Why
Carrey
y'all
body down.
So since we all root for everybody black, let's not be extra on Billy Porter if we gonna let all these other mediocre white niggas get naked all the goddamn time any goddamn.
We don't allow it. We don't like it either. Fuck. We just don't say nothing. That shit disgusting, bitch. You can find somebody fucking lifting cars and shit to star in this, bitch. Why we gotta look at this bitch? He taking off his shirt all the sleeves.
Or how about who also
Music
blew up
star.
in 2019 was Lizzo? How about we just start accepting different body types on film?
Okay.
All right, Lizzo. All right, let's talk about Lizzo. Let's talk about Lizzo. Let's run this shit.
She is
Let's
fine.
take. Let's
shit.
Because I need to hear about this. I need to hear about this.
What you not gonna do?
I need to hear about this.
Prince's last protege, okay?
Okay, let me hear.
The ultimate co-signer.
I need to hear about this.
Rogers Nelson, okay? So what you not gonna do? Is come for the big girl who's like, yeah, bitch, I'm gonna be sexy. I'm gonna do the Beyonce shit. She ain't fucking in.
All right.
Wait, Chelsea, pause. Chelsea's standing, everyone. Continue.
Chelsea is standing.
I want them to know that she's standing. Continue.
And I am blocking.
With
So,
an earring, with
Go ahead,
she's
babe.
taking off an earring too.
She like as a big girl who grew up big, how freaking horrible it was to just wear shorts. Like I used to see girls, skinny girls, they
talk
black,
about
the
it.
blacks of their booty cheeks showing. Nobody says shit.
Nobody says
But bitch,
nothing.
cause the back of my thigh is showing. Ooh, your shirt, your shorts, and your ass. So just that of being self-conscious about dancing and everything else.
True.
We weren't trapped in this box of what freaking Queen Latifah did was like, well, I'm not the prettiest one, so I'm gonna put two fine chicks on
Next
side
to
of
me.
me.
Right.
Or I'm gonna be Jill Scott standing in one space because I don't want them to really see my body.
Yeah. Like
It's
I'm
like
aware
you see
of
the self-conscious.
general.
You
Yeah.
see freaking Monique acting like, oh, being big is okay, but as soon as she got some fucking money, she got skinny. Like,
got the surgery. And,
so if you
and
see Lizzo just like, bitch, yeah, bitch, I'm big, I'm gonna fucking eat in public, bitch, and I'm gonna shake my ass. I'm fucking fine as fuck. They got too many niggas out here acting like they don't like big girls, but being a bitch in inbox. Straight up. But there's the same fucking ones that was gonna talk about Lizzo got a big ass, she ugly, she bad built. Motherfuckers was in my inbox. I was like, my ass look just like that. So that's too much shame, so don't fucking come for Lizzo. That's all I gotta say.
I think that's all that needs to be said.
Yes.
I think that's all that needs to be said. I'll just.
Entertainer of the year too.
I'll simply piggyback
Yeah,
on
you see that
my
petty bag?
saying this.
That she was.
Did you see that petty bag?
I
How
just
many
want
bucks
to
she
know
had?
if anybody checked for her previous
Did you
music.
see
I
that?
appreciate people riding with her movement, but
Yes,
definitely
but-
fuck with her previous works.
But
that's how you really appreciate
I think
it.
that. I think that's another thing. Like people look at her now, but they don't know who she was beforehand and all
And
the
it
things
ain't
she's
even a
done.
negative, just
Because the
the
thing
like-
is, she's more than just shaking her ass. I think that's just a glimpse in time that we're hopping on too hard.
And
She's
they
a
only, when they talk
virtuoso
about her music,
flautist.
they only talk about 3 songs, Good as Hell, fucking
Truth
Truth
Hurts.
Hurts, and Juice.
True.
There's a song
You
on
see
there
that
called
shit
Cry
everywhere.
Baby.
It's
I don't
on
know if
commercials. It's on
that
IG.
album. Cause I Love You. If you listen to Cry Baby, it sounds like a 80s fucking Prince song. Like this bitch belongs on this shit. Like she got this calm ass song called Lingerie. Beautiful ass song. But what we talk about, Juice, Truth Hurts, and Good as Hell, which are commercials. So bitch, she getting paid off
True.
that.
Very much so.
So if you gonna talk about her music, talk about it as a whole, not just those 3 singles that they playing everywhere.
She does play the flute.
I've never listened to her music like that.
While twerking.
Oh, that flute is ridiculous.
So she actually does play the flute.
Yeah, she got tools. She was shooting and twerking. She be tooting and flirting.
Tooting and flirting.
Twerking and flouting.
I got your keys.
There we go. Flouting and twerking.
Flouting and twerking.
And
I think that be the title of the show?
I knew Lawrence had to say that at some point. But one thing that we spoke about is on Fly with Bats once regarding her. Like when you're gonna be the person that's gonna stand up and be the beam that's saying, okay, I'm about to change some shit.
You're gonna be the poster boy.
You're gonna be the poster chick, the poster boy. You're gonna have those backlash, and that's part of it. But I respect everything you're saying, Chelsea Young, but we shouldn't be a part of the backlash.
Yeah. Absolutely. And while I'm here and I'm saying this, and while we're talking about the big folks, can we please stop the following in 2019? 2022.
They trending. That's just generally.
If you want to be a bitch to fat people, just be a bitch to fat people. Don't sit up here and say it's about my health. Oh, I'm trying to give you tough love or all of that shit. Because let me tell you something. Being fat is not just I like gummy bears. I live in New Orleans East. There are 2 grocery stores that sell produce and $568 stores.
True.
If you ain't got money, where you gonna fucking go but the dollar stores? The dollar stores are filled with salt and sugar. You can probably bite one of the sides of the walls and get diabetes. They're filled with salt and sugar. There are no fucking there's no farmers markets. There's nothing. I've said it for months now. There's nothing farm to table or artisanally grown in the fucking hood.
You gotta just really be practical about when you talking that shit, and also educate yourself. And not enough of that's happening, because that's again twofold as always. On one end, like there's politics in why motherfuckers can't get to healthy foods all the time. And on the other end, there's not enough education on what healthy actually is versus the aesthetic of what we sell it to be. You feel me? There's too many people that will look at a bigger person. That person could be, they go to their doctor, the doctor say for your size, for your genetics, for whatever, you're absolutely fine. And the motherfucker go, oh, that motherfucker's not in shape. Nigga, my doctor just told me I'm fucking good. But because we sell a specific aesthetic as being the only, because there's many ways to look healthy, but we sell this specific way as being the only way to look healthy. We need more education on showing that there's many ways to look healthy, but if you practice these things in your life, then you are not healthy. Versus, I'm gonna just look at you and call a spade a spade.
There are people. There's still people now who want to promote healthy at every size. You may see my big 287 pound, 5'11" behind walking down the street, and you may think I'm unhealthy, but I have not had pasta in a very long while.
My poor baby.
Go to boxing classes 3 times a week, and haven't had a cold drink since summertime. And
oh my God, he is twitching.
He's twitching.
I would consider that being on the path to health.
Oh my no, he's losing this syllable.
But we always say it's a journey, man. Whenever we're in the gym, and me and Devin, we often talk about how we look at some cats and we like, man, look at this nigga fucking body.
Let's talk about y'all glow up in 2000.
Wow, we going there?
We're going back to the max out.
We're
going back to the max out.
Gym niggas. Yes, my gym niggas. I need to join y'all. Yes, I'm gonna get in shape with y'all.
Y'all still
that shit is. I can't smile about it because ain't nothing funny about that shit. That shit's sad.
People don't do that.
But the games are good. But man, when you like dog, sometimes I cheat, so I don't give a fuck. Cause I be watching them niggas suffer. I watch them niggas no chocolate.
Oh no, see, I'm not gonna let you talk. I want them to continue because I was loving it. Continue. You know what I'm saying? Because this is hurt. It's hard. I want to hear it.
You want
to hear this shit all the time. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it.
Did not give y'all credit.
Oh man,
y'all was very vulnerable.
Chelsea, I need a hymn. Can you give me a hymn, please?
No.
Yes. Keep going, Tay. What you saying? Keep going, Chelsea.
Niggas don't do that these days. They don't take accountability for what they do. And I feel like y'all did that. And y'all put your mind to something, y'all did that shit. And it shows. And y'all didn't have to tell nobody nothing. You know? People don't do that these days. They want an audience. They want everybody to be on their side. It was just nice to see.
I
I'm fucking with the gloves. Yeah, my niggas, show what the fuck y'all built. I got them guns on. Yeah, show them niggas what y'all built.
And I don't know what I was about to say to you, John. Like, Lawrence, what we have to often tell ourselves is that's just a journey. Like most of the people that we looking at, they've been doing this shit for years.
30 years in the game.
Oftentimes, the people with the best results, they're on maintenance mode. They already have established their bodies. Now they just keep it together. So for when you just starting like us, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
they
like
work. They just go to work.
You got to be your own inspiration a lot of times to keep yourself like on it. And you're going to fall off sometimes, but to stick with it, that's a journey, man.
And mentally and spiritually, to own your body is to own everything, dog. To own your body and mind and soul is to own the universe.
My nigga said, and soul.
And soul. But
Goddamn,
since we spoke about
as well.
Since we spoke about accountability, I'm trying to make other things clear here now. I want to talk about what people call toxic masculinity.
That's when niggas be like, I just want roughhouse and I hate you, bitch. Let's go. And then it just be in the wrong way.
That too.
I thought I was wrestling.
That was Mike's macho translation.
Yeah.
That sounded like WWE.
That was so macho and right though.
Toxic masculinity is a combination of patriarchy and the lack of minding your own motherfucking business.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
Don't you love that shit? Dog, that shit is amazing.
Like I said, patriarchy and the inability to mind your own motherfucking business.
God damn it.
Like, for example, this year, D-Wade's child Zion, I want to say child and keep it gender neutral. They did this picture at Thanksgiving where they were there taking pictures and they had nails and they were wearing a crop top and a lot of horrible niggas would said so much negative bullshit to talk about to a point where it was like. But you don't know.
No, you can't say they don't got no fathers because a lot of times the fathers teaching these niggas the fuck.
Yeah,
them niggas ain't no fathers
They've
either.
been doing that for years, honestly. Cause they've posted pictures of him not with nails, but it's in like feminine wear, and people have like said shit. But it hasn't been. I guess it hasn't been this big, or people just haven't been paying attention.
It's been growing.
It has been growing, but you have that. You have the Billy Porter's Oscar dress. Which the motherfucker was bad.
Amazing.
The motherfucker was bad.
God damn it. I want it in black.
I love that shit.
Please.
Was he paying tribute?
I think he was paying tribute to like Hector Extravaganza, who wore a tuxedo on the top and a gown on the bottom.
He's worn a dress a few times now, because he said in an interview that he does that proudly.
Yeah. He does. He like I said. I think that was because I've seen him do one before when he like got nominated for Golden Globe, but that was the first time he said because he did this interview with Teray that's like really deep, but he did this interview and he was like, that was a calculated move. I knew the second that I got asked to go host this Oscar pre-show, I'm gonna wear a dress. He found Christian Siriano. It's like, I want you to design a dress for me for this thing. It's like, okay, I'm gonna wear. And he was like, I'm gonna wear a dress. And he walked out there with that motherfucking ball gown on, and everybody's head exploded. 2 people on the internet called me a coon because I was like, why are you having issues? He's minding his own business.
But his whole thing was, he was saying in the interview I was listening to, was he was trying to take the gender stigma out of clothing. And that's to come be like, I'm a man, I can wear a dress, like I can wear pants, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
And that was a really cool scene in Pose with him and Ricky. Ricky said, y'all, you know the scene when he said I can be a film?
He was and that episode was fucking me up because I was like, if you know fucking Billy Porter walk around in heels all the damn time.
Oh, he was, because in the episode his character was struggling with his feminine side of being gay. Yeah. But the specific scene where Ricky said, I can be a femme or I could be a whatever. I can swag one just as strong.
Everybody has masculine and feminine energy.
And that's the thing when we talk about toxic masculinity, that we don't shed enough light on that fact. What you saying?
Yeah, like I said, everybody does. Then you had the Pharrell wearing his grandma comforter on
Lawrence.
GQ. It looked like his grandma comforter.
That is grandma comforter.
Everybody had issue with that when fucking Alicia Keys let her son didn't want to paint his nails.
Yeah. That was a big deal.
I do that shit.
And of course, every fucking meme that I always see with little feminine kids like wearing makeup and shit with the caption, "What would you do if this was your son?"
Yes.
Fuck y'all.
And I want to say this about toxic masculinity because a lot of times this gets very skewed. It's not an attack on men, on manhood, because the concept of it, women push the concept on their sons as well. You know what I mean? It's not something that only dudes do to their sons. It's something that we as a society do to little boys.
As babies.
And even in a way, it kind of falls on women too, because then we sell our girls, you can't do this shit and this type of stuff too.
They do it to men too. They do it to little boys too.
Both mothers and fathers, and it's part of our society, we put these negative undertones on a boy got to be strong, a boy can't cry, a boy can't feel, a boy can't have emotions, you got to be tough, this is for boys, and it makes men, it grows men to be we can't feel almost. It's almost like we have a detachment from our emotions that's very healthy as we try to move into relationships, and specifically and especially with women and even men that are more in touch with their feminine side that we often ostracize when they growing up with them little boys. We wind up sticking in touch with their feminine side and with their sensitive sides. We can't connect in good relationships, and then we have more issues just being together. Because we teach these girls to be in touch, we teach these boys not to be, and we wonder why motherfuckers don't work out.
And it does start, and I mean, even
just one part of it.
I think also you still have to deal with, all of us are unlearning the shit that we were grown up with. I mean,
generation.
The 80s and the 90s were a fucked up time.
That's true.
And then they're going to have to be affected from the 70s and the 60s.
Exactly.
And then the 50s. And every generation is letting one piece go, keeping one piece.
Yep.
And we need to start letting a couple more pieces go as we move forward.
Like I said, a lot of times, I consider my parents like relatively progressive. But, I mean, just roaming around out here, we still had that line. I mean, even growing up, but I had a lot of friends that were girls. So naturally, I was playing with Barbie dolls. I don't give a fuck.
But niggas was probably clowning you though.
They didn't see it because I never had another. If I was playing with my friend that was a girl, ain't no other boys was there.
But I'm saying from afar, if these niggas saw you mainly around girls, some nigga was saying, that's a gay nigga over there. He on some other shit. I can guarantee you probably one of them type of niggas at the time.
Yep.
Just saying, like, those lines are drawn young, because I often talk about it being a teacher. I see it in 2019 in my boy students still. There's sections of them that they're being re-raised to be fucked up. And I just be like, damn, like as much as progressive we are as adults and these conversations as adults that we have in our circles are happening, there's a bunch of other circles that aren't having these conversations, making podcasts, listening to podcasts, reading shit that's breeding up these kids that's gonna be very harmful to ours. And that's fucking scary.
So wait. What if these kids have gaydar?
What?
What if the kids have gaydar?
That's not what I'm talking about.
What, Joseph?
So check this out.
Us on a wild ride, dog. I was going up girlfriend. You hear me? Because he wouldn't say that.
Joseph, what are you talking about?
All right.
Girlfriend.
He wouldn't call them his girlfriends.
Like, what if you see another kid, like what if a kid see another kid and be like,
yeah, I call them friends that were girls.
Playing with girls.
And make
and
that
be like,
distinction.
that kid's probably gay.
The problem is like when white people say I don't see color. The problem ain't if a kid see that another kid gay. It's if he gonna clown him for what he see. That's the issue. These boys be like, oh, that's gay, that's wrong. Well, I'm not trying to be gay. That's the problem. Like, the toxicity is when I'm seeing a fucking 9-year-old be like, oh, that's gay, that's I'm not trying to be gay, oh, no homo. Nigga, you 8, nigga, what the fuck?
I've seen 6-year-olds, like, I said hip in the lip. I want your hand on your hip, finger on your lip. My daddy told me I can't put my hand on my hip because that's gay.
Yeah.
I seen somebody post a picture with their son. They told their son, don't sit on Santa's lap. You grown. You too grown for that. The child is all of like 4.
See, that's the problem.
And like, then he sat on it anyway. She was like, well, why you sat on his lap? He was like, I'm sorry, mama, I ain't gay. That's why I covered my bird.
What?
Like that type of shit is being passed on.
And it's being passed on. Masculinity ain't the problem. It's when it gets toxic that's the problem. People get all be like, oh my God, you trying to get, no, we're not attacking men, we're attacking these things. That's an issue.
Man.
Parenting.
I know a
societal
boy who
issues.
won't pick up anything pink. Like if it's a pink cup, he ain't touching it. Cause he like, my dad gonna fuck me up.
Y'all saw that viral shit about niggas our age that won't eat popsicles in public? They won't eat bananas. They refuse to eat popsicles and bananas because they feel like it look like dicks.
Oh my God.
It's phallic semen and they won't. And this was a thing. They had an interview or some shit on YouTube. Dog, niggas be talking about how they refuse to eat a motherfucking popsicle. You know,
and if they do eat it, they gotta bite.
They gotta bite it till they break it. That's some dumb shit.
I do it.
When niggas don't wash their ass because they feel like if you wash your ass.
That was the thing in 2019 too. Niggas not washing their asses because washing your ass is gay.
What?
That wasn't even 28. I saw that shit.
Somebody said let the water do the booty cheek work itself.
2019 is a crazy year, buddy. It's been a crazy year.
You shake the water down, let the sugar down, do the work
Somebody
itself.
really did say that.
That's not
put
Yeah,
the water down there. Was cleaning it. That's
like,
some funky shit.
That don't hurt.
That's a funky nigga. You was dirty. You don't tell the word you dirty, son.
That's why
That's
you
common sense. Like fuck you tell the word you fucking dirty. Shame on your mama. Whoop your mama.
They won't wipe it between their ass.
Dishonor on your whole family. Write this down. On you.
And that's gonna be somebody daddy someday.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's my baby dad. I beat the fuck out him. Let's get in the shower, nigga.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Don't eat popsicles, son, and don't wipe your ass.
if you not wiping your ass, you shouldn't have any parts of any pussy for the rest of your motherfucking life.
Oh, and he did get that
And if
really
you
right.
had parts of some pussy, they owe you reparations.
Or some dick if that's what you like.
There you go.
Son, there's a lot of dick-shaped objects in this world that people eat, like hot dogs and corn dogs and anything with a dog in it.
Something about a popsicle and a banana fucks with these niggas.
Yeah, but niggas dirty. They had girl. She like this girl with shitty booty. He still fucked her. People are dirty. They got dirty ass people.
Because the girl will rationalize, he a real nigga because he don't want
And this nigga, after he fucked the girl with the shitty booty, he didn't take a bath.
That'll be some fucking woman spouting this shit and you'll be sitting there like,
please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Super Monkey Balls.
Thank you, Mike.
Let's talk about Cardi B, man. She's had an interesting year. She's been a big deal.
Great.
I mean, right now she's like an Arabic terrorist. With that picture of her in the mall.
Okay.
But I love her.
Okay.
Cardi B.
Cardi B hard said it's been the days of our lives of the entertainment industry.
True.
She getting that cash. Pepsi Cola.
Yeah, they just bought like this big White House.
She just gave him like a meal or
half a meal.
Half a meal.
She had that shit in the freezer. Say, look, babe.
I like
that.
that.
Nigga was like, what?
That was a nice fridge too.
I like that.
My dog thought he was getting a fridge. He thought the fridge was tight.
He thought the fridge was
because the fridge was tight.
No, babe.
Then he opened the fridge and there's
$500,000 in cash.
And let me tell you something, dog.
That's nice.
Nothing turns a drug hustler.
Everybody got to go
There's
right
drug
now.
money in the fridge. They open up to that fridge, it's like dope.
and she bought them strippers.
Yep.
And she bought.
Talking about going strippers. Did y'all see her in Africa with the strippers?
Buy them and then we go find them.
Did y'all see her in Africa with the strippers?
Nah, I didn't.
No, the strippers in Africa tore it up. There was everything. People kept talking about Cardi B storyline, how she was like, I forgot what part. I think Nigeria or some part. She was in some part of Africa, dog. And like she was at these strippers and stuff. It was going down. Dog.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Ghana.
And now everybody talking about they won't go there just for the strippers now.
Well, that's some cool shit. Shouts out to Offset who got his Twitter hacked allegedly.
Is that what y'all want?
But wait, strippers?
My ass.
Y'all want Ghana?
When I go to the motherland, I better see that.
I'm all about free strippers.
Y'all come on.
No,
bye, Martin. What's the next subject? You were saying something. You were saying something.
Oh, wait, you got the Oh, my bad, Josh. You told me it was 2-1. As long as it's for you. Some of my free ones.
You got the money I can tip them? I think they still need to tip. They still need to get their money.
Yeah,
I just don't want to give them money to get naked.
I gotta give you some
I feel
money.
like if I talk to them on the regular clock, I could probably still get some of them naked.
I'm gonna get you a free strippers on Bourbon. What the fuck?
I mean, I can talk to you.
And nigga Martin said, I gotta give you money out of my pocket, but let me put this bra back on.
Can it be like a bachelor party where everybody put in but me?
Hold on! Hell no! Nigga, this is a group project.
I still want to
like
get
this done, nigga. nigga.
Sex workers aren't getting paid enough. I don't want to be against the sex work trade.
You better tip a lot then.
But I don't want y'all to deliver me strippers and I gotta pay for my gift. Like, goddamn.
That's not a gift.
I see your point of view.
They said you want strippers for your birthday, and I gotta pay for the strippers too.
Well, no.
It's not a gift.
If I go to the strip club,
If I gotta pay for it, I'm the only one at this birthday.
I'm the only one looking at titties. I got the money, and all the titties is for me.
Ladies, champagne.
Am I going to hell for thinking about Nigerian strippers?
You're never gonna go to hell for thinking about Nigerian strippers, because you know why? Because if it's black strippers or black porn,
Black
porn is acceptable.
If it's black porn, it's acceptable.
Oh.
That's what I teach my kids.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking more of the stripper sliding down the pole and saying, I want you to give me 3 doctors.
Goodbye, Elder.
I bet you're super fine.
The door is behind you.
Thank you for D-Mac for taking us away from that offensiveness. I bet you they are pretty damn beautiful, D-Mac. You're right.
Baby though.
What if
I bet you they bad.
What if they stripping down like, I see it now. Clap down the pole. Oh, we see BB,
We ain't say porn, we said stripping. But we gonna go in the strip club in Nigeria and they need to drop that Lion King.
Yeah.
For the culture.
For the culture.
I'm gonna come in with my own headphones, make my own mix, y'all just dance. There we go.
I'm
gonna give you the bounce version.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is when black people are being racist against other black people. Let's keep it moving though.
I mean, you know, it's what
pretty
we do.
fucked up.
It is pretty fucked up.
Let's see, what's this? What's this? Are you better than a fucking Pokemon?
No.
Yes.
Let's see what happened here. Yahoo shared an Onion article. Government shutdown of Alexandria Cortez. The rise of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been pretty freaking amazing.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my
Yeah, I love her. Chris Brown can't get right. Nope, he couldn't get right in
He can't dance his way out of too much, though. But you know
He
what's
had
funny?
a son this year. He had a son, yeah.
That's the best thing he did this
What
year.
he named him?
I don't know, fuck him.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Native American man was protesting. Remember when the white boys was yelling?
Yes.
That was the top.
That was
of
a
the
very
year.
controversial
Yeah,
subject,
because he
though.
was fucking with them too, apparently, and that was a big deal.
A lot of people been bullshitting in the media about not doing shit on real issues, like the girl that got kidnapped from New York.
Oh, we did have Just Say Small, Juice Say Smollett this year?
Yeah,
that was this year. Juice Say Smollett happened this year.
Now, I don't know how much this did. Well, no, this probably.
Lawrence, watch out now.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Okay. First of all,
watch out. I heard that.
First of all, I think Jesse coming back for the last episode of Empire,
which I think he should. He should.
Like I said, how you gonna have a last episode of the show and the whole cast is not there?
You cannot have Jamal on the last episode.
They say y'all remember that little girl from Family Matters?
But she didn't have no big storylines. Jamal had some of the main storylines when Empire was still popular of the entire series for a minute. You can't just have a last episode and not have them. I don't care what dumbass.
The Wayans brothers didn't even have a final season.
That ain't got nothing to do with
They
it.
get a final episode, man.
Right, it's like how you not gonna have Khadijah on the last episode of Living Singles.
You're thinking of Regine.
They did, didn't they?
They did.
No.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Khadijah.
Queen
Latifah, right?
Yes, Latifah. School came on the last episode.
He came to like the second to last or the third to last episode.
What happened on the last episode then?
The very last episode. Wait, time out. You remember the last episode?
Come on, Marty. You're talking.
I'm Black Actipedia, so I know this.
Oh my God.
Khadijah was a part of the last few episodes.
Regine.
Regine. You're right, Regine. You're right. Regine wasn't.
Regine got engaged to the rich brother
and
wrote her out of the series completely.
But you can't write Jamal out of Empire like that.
She didn't wrote Regine if that's
No, but they did write Jamal out because right now he's in London. So they wrote him out. He wasn't in the last the season finale from last year, and right now it's been on. He's still in London and shit. But what I'm saying specifically, since you about to end the series, let this little whack ass nigga come on back and show his face.
Man, like I said, let him sing this high pitched,
Let him go be a whore.
I wanna be free, daddy. Accept me,
Cause I still love Jamal.
Don't y'all remember when he put me in a
trash can? The trash can.
Don't y'all remember
when he put me in the trash can? Oh.
I will say this.
I'ma knock off Usher. Oh man,
I'll say this.
I like Jesse a little bit.
That's real.
Where's my Pepsi?
Jesse is a dumbass.
But I love clowning. I love the jokes. The only issue I had with it is like when rape victims, like when people call fake rapes, and then they gotta be like, so you shouldn't listen to it. When it's like, nah, don't start that. That's the scary thing that when we talk about influence, that's the thing that scares me about that is when it's like, damn, now when someone else comes, even like the little girl that just happened to a couple of weeks ago who stayed such shit, like, dog, don't start creating motherfuckers wanting not to listen when actual people might have problems. That gets scary.
I do understand that. However, I think people who are influenced by that weren't gonna believe black people and queer people and any of like from Jump Street.
Maybe not, but that's not help them.
Yeah,
that's all.
You are talking about the people who that's a Fox News talking point of the race hoax. If Jesse didn't do it, somebody else would have done it. Case in point, somebody else did do it. And the long and short of it is, violence still happens to queer people and trans people a lot. A whole fucking lot. Black trans women still get murdered like every other fucking.
But that's like saying because we have crime, that don't mean that we shouldn't say that that's not a thing to do. Because I don't want to give someone a reference point. You know what I mean? It's one thing for you to be able to keep it, oh no, well, that type of shit just be happening. It's another thing to be like, oh yeah, Jussie Smollett being able to drop that dime so smoothly. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm like, I don't want that to be trending in a public light like that. You feel me?
Gotcha. And like I said, I understand that, but at the same time, he's a goofy ass, but I'm not that mad at him.
I'm not mad no more.
Don't nobody give a fuck.
I was never really that mad.
No, I'm only mad about that part of you.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm mad. I wasn't even mad. I was just disappointed.
Because you fucked yourself up.
Yeah.
Did Jason Mitchell happen this year too?
Yeah, Jason Mitchell.
So
both
of them disappointments happening at one time of niggas throwing their fucking careers away off of stupidity.
Fucking like Jason Miché and fucking Juicy Smouye.
Dude, that Jason Mitchell shit threw me. Because you really threw it all away.
This nigga, he came back just like a New Orleans nigga on the arm of an older woman.
Bye, Chelsea. Goodbye, Chelsea.
Actually, I heard that's old news.
I'm standing, nigga. I'm standing.
No, that was before. That came back. He was fucking with her before he fucked himself up. Right now, the older one, though, but you're right, and he went back to his old agent, though, down here, because he lost everybody else.
Choice.
So he came back to his New Orleans agent on the arms. That's what got him that 106 interview.
Charlemagne.
Wow. He's still right. He's still right.
He said 106.
So, I know
I kept saying shit. 106. Why I keep saying 106?
Nigga said he got that free and AJ interview.
I always call him 106 for some dumb ass.
Oh, man. The young mother was like, who?
106.
Who is 106 and pop?
Terry Crews. Terry Crews was a thing this year, wasn't
Say
he?
son, I just
Was it?
The thing about Terry Crews is that I don't.
Damn.
There's a way he didn't stand up for Gabrielle Union. That Gabrielle Union stood up for him. That I'm still looking like I don't know. I don't know what to say about it right now. I'm just gonna look inside that for a second.
Terry Crews is supposed to be in John Henry next year, isn't he?
Yeah. You need to put quotation marks on John Henry.
Yeah.
Nigga Henry.
Yeah, because like it's John Henry by name. Did y'all
John
see the
Henry
trailer?
by name only.
It's modern.
Yeah,
and
man.
Yeah, because there's two John Henry movies coming. The Rock is making a John Henry movie that's like a quasi-comedy based on the folklore. Okay. And Terry Crews is doing this serious modern take on John Henry set in 2020, I guess.
CTC Henry.
And he got a sledgehammer and he protecting these immigrants in his basement.
And his daddy, who's played by the daddy from Kenan and Kel, Ken Forey.
Really?
Like Actopedia, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. But I don't know what beyond that makes him John Henry. He's just some big swollen and bald nigga.
Dude from Dawn of the Dead?
Well, rumor has it they want him for they might want him for Luke Cage. Oh, he wants to be Luke Cage.
Terry Crews. I mean, I kind of thought he would have been a good Luke Cage the first time around. I was kind of thinking him.
Yeah.
Sorry,
man.
No. You got big dreams.
We don't want you Stokes.
Stokes. Oh, I love me some.
Stokes. Don't do that, Martin.
Bushmaster.
Bushmaster.
Oh my. Martin, stop.
Stokes.
Oh my
Martin,
you're not listening.
What am I supposed to be listening to?
What you said, Tay?
Stokes.
You called me. What?
Yes.
No.
I said nothing.
Maybe.
What's his name? Mustafa Shakir.
Yes.
Stop it.
I'm glad that I'm rubbing off on everybody.
Yes.
Gray-eyed, dark-skinned.
Lord, can you stop it now?
Oh, they're thirsting. That's what's happening.
Maybe him with a scene with your boy from what's his name from Pose, Ricky. Maybe Mustafa and Ricky. Maybe that could have been something. You know what I'm saying?
You tell us your dreams?
No.
There's always one person that just won't move on, you know, until we.
I will.
What you about to say, man?
I will say this. He kept on. He brought it back. That scene in Pose was, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first times we seen
two black men,
two black positive men on TV. On TV.
Two black men.
Two
black.
I'm fine.
Black.
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 HIV positive men.
Oh my God.
Two niggas on the mountain.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I love you for being moved by Brokeback Mountain, but we talking about black men.
I wasn't.
You talking about black men right now, nigga. He can't quit with that. I know two gay niggas on film. I watched them fuck and die. Like damn, nigga.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain don't beat Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm sorry.
Brother Mountain.
They went down.
Brother Mountain. Brothers on the mountain.
The nigga version. Brothers on the mountain.
Oh my God.
Brothers move the mountain.
Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was a
Tekashi bitch 9.
Snitch 9.
But he got 2 years left.
Rich 9.
That boy there, he did some snitching. He set a new standard for snitching in 2019.
Yes.
I'm kind of actually, like, damn, it was very intriguing to watch because it's like, dog, you snitched into another part of fame. It's like, dog, you.
Oh, he's in infamy at this point.
Yeah.
Speaking of infamy, there's a certain Liam Neeson in the Black Bastards that he wants to get. That happened in 2019.
Liam Neeson said,
I want to find a black bastard and
Liam Neeson said, I wish a nigga would.
You notice Liam Neeson ain't been around lately.
Oh, nigga, he canceled himself. Saying that craziness. I understood where he was trying to come from, but I think a lot of these celebrities need to learn just moving forward into 2020. And most people in social media too. Sorry, shit you ain't gotta say.
Yeah, dog.
You think it?
Everybody's trying to Alexander Hamilton themselves.
But you know, also.
Yeah, I said some toxic stuff, but don't come at me.
Yeah,
maybe you should say it. Because maybe you should say it. Because if you think it, dog, and then you start acting on it, and you just ain't telling people you got them sneaky ass intentions to have your way of doing things that fuck up society. Let us know who you are.
What?
So we can believe
Five said explain that shit again.
You gotta straight up keep some
I'm just saying when niggas show you who they are, believe them.
You be like, oh, I shouldn't have said
I understand
that.
that.
Show you.
I understand that from the most extreme. I understand from the most extreme part of it, but I mean specifically speaking, everyone has fucked up thoughts at times. That don't mean you should post that shit.
Yeah.
We all have some shit that we shouldn't say in public.
For example.
So it's like, that's all I'm saying. More of us, especially celebrity niggas, need to start practicing. You know what? I'm not gonna type that. I'm not gonna say it in public. Please, just just put it out there.
Just I'm gonna tell you that shit, nigga, because it's entertainment.
Say y'all my fans. I want y'all to know how I really feel.
We don't care.
I like.
Are you gonna be in the next episode of such and such?
Yep.
Then I care about that. You walked out of a car with your drawers above your head? I don't give a fuck about
Fabulous and his drama that day. You want to talk about we really let Fabulous completely slide with punching his girl's
was punching her teeth
out.
out. Got the shit fixed back with him and everything. And we just like, all right, Fab.
Is he thriving right now?
He has his album coming out that people are fucking big up.
His mixtape.
Or just dropped the mixtape too? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Fab, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't do it.
Yep, fuck him.
He punched her in the mouth. She went back. She got a new girl. Honestly, with that story, it's like this, you dig? It ain't my sister. And so, like I sneak him, but like I only sneak him if she want me to. Like that's one of the questions. Like Baby, do you want this nigga? What do you want?
But I think that's part of the problem because even if it's not our sister, we should still see her as our sister in the means of if this dude is punching women's teeth out, we shouldn't support what he doing.
I don't support that nigga.
But that's
at
just
the
the
same
point.
time, I just like,
But that's
what
just
am I
the
supposed
point.
to do with this nigga? Because like she with this nigga.
But no, fuck. You ain't got nothing to do with their relationship. I'm just saying we should. If we know he's been abusive, the only thing that we should do is not support. That's all thing we can do. I can't be a life advice.
Right,
I can't force him to do anything.
I be wondering sometimes, what do you want? Do you want to go find Fabulous and sneak this nigga?
Nobody asking any of that, but also
should I sneak this nigga?
Don't tell me he got a new song coming out.
And buy the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And try to push more of him. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. Like, if I know this nigga over here raping, I'm not going to see his movies. You know what I mean? If I know this motherfucker beating his woman up, I'm not about to buy this nigga album. That's at the... fuck thinking about what the most I can do. What's the least I can do? The least I can do is
The
that.
very least I can do. The least I can do. Like they kind of did not sing that all his songs with freaking Lil Mo. That's the least I can do.
Now, I don't know if I can backwards not listen to something.
I'm talking about I just can't sing along.
Because that joint with Tamia, that was my shit. But still, I can't, I'm not about to
might be a little
support.
more.
But there's a straight up.
I'm so in.
There's a straight. Yeah, there's a straight up song.
Domestic abusers music.
That's Tamia. That's what we like. All right.
That's what he sounds like.
I'm so in. Bang! I'm so into you now.
Nope, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I saw that joke coming from a mile away.
Oh man, fabulous.
Unfortunately, neither did
he on rap snaps.
But nah, they ignore.
Y'all gonna buy his rap snacks? What you telling me?
That was good, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Actually, one of my favorite jokes comes from this podcast concerning that. It was, damn, the Fabulous chips really hit. They really hit your ass in the mouth.
Oh, sounds like a JoJo. Sounds like a JoJo.
And he weak. I was telling my mom that shit. She said, "Get the fuck away from me."
Oh yeah.
Always here for the jokes. Let's see what else. I'm just jumping around episodes because too many to really hit them one by one. But I'm just seeing what stands out to me as something.
Hot Girl Summer.
Oh yeah, man. Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls. It's been a City Girl year. JT out.
And I want to say this as well for you stupid motherfuckers that all of a sudden that don't realize that slang is a thing. Because this passive misogyny coming at Meg Thee Stallion because she calls herself Meg Thee Stallion. What's the thing? Somebody said, I think you said this shit, Joe. Well, maybe Rahim. Somebody said this. It's not like she gave herself the name Stallion. Stallion is some old school way of calling a woman fine based off a fucking body. And most likely some old head nigga called her, that's a stallion. And she was like, well, these niggas calling me a stallion. I'm going to make it part of my... Oh, I didn't even know that.
She said that though. She said high school. She said everybody to call her stallion. She like, what, is that a good thing or a bad thing? They were like, nah, it's a good thing. That mean you fine, you nice. And she was like, all right. She said everywhere she went, everybody called her stallion. So she was like, yeah, I thought it matched. Megan does stallion since everybody called me.
And so many photos...
She asked if it was good or bad, and A told her no.
Because it's been in the culture as a slang, and so many proto scholars be online saying, well, is she calling herself a man? Ha ha ha. They must not know that stallion is a male horse. Ha ha ha. Niggas is stupid. Ha ha. No, nigga. No, nigga.
It goes back to the high horse and dick measuring thing.
That's more of some dick coming you, because all of a sudden, ass must be a donkey then. When we talk about a chick having a fine ass, we must be talking about a donkey. If I say a chick is hot, I guess I'm saying temperature. I guess every slang word, and we go to every rapper that has a fucking name that you can fucking break down. It's like all of a sudden we coming for her. It's like, y'all, come on,
we're gonna
please.
choose definition 2 instead of definition 3 this time.
In the English language?
Oh my God.
In the English language, they say it's the hardest language to learn because we have so many slangs and derivatives.
Yeah.
So don't all of a sudden get stupid on one because you trying to find a way to hate on this lady because she popping right now.
Yeah. Niggas hate on women all the time. Niggas say Sierra had a dick.
But that's how we find. See, that's the thing. We often talk about how women hate on women and how niggas hate on niggas, but niggas be hating on women in other fucking passive ass ways, like saying she a man or she got a dick, all that dumb ass shit.
All these years we been calling women stallions. Now out of nowhere,
all of a sudden we don't get it.
I saw a nigga ultimately hate. He was like, she ain't even that fine. She remind me of any other tall bitch I went to school with. I was like,
oh wow.
That's the fine tall bitches who went to school with this shit. I know a bunch of fine chicks.
Like women are like,
what you mean?
Do you not see that?
You have to be a celebrity to be fine, though. Why you gotta be a celebrity to be fine?
Come on.
I know girls personally from my school that look better than a lot of celebrity chicks.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Are you serious? She's fucking blind. Dumbass.
Like anybody who's like, damn, she
Come on, man.
The Meg Thee Stallion at that nigga school turned him down.
Often.
That's what's but that's
he
what
never can talk to her in real life.
That's what it is.
That's where it comes from.
Often.
I was
Remind
turned
me of
down
that
by
chick
somebody who looked like you, so
like
now I'm
you.
gonna come after you.
Mhm.
It's you ugly anyway. I won't
association.
fucking talk to you anyway.
That's the thing that my mom told me growing up. It's so funny. Like if out the blue, like if an older woman is being mean to you as a dude, maybe you look like somebody that fucked over. Like sometimes some people just be rude. You be like, why she be weird?
Cause you know why, Samuel.
Somebody she's the fuck with.
You know why, Jacob.
And I often take that with me sometimes. If an older woman being mean and be out the blue, I'm like, wait, who I look like?
That shit happened to me Saturday. I saw somebody who looked like somebody who fucked me over, and I was like, I'm in the laundromat. I'm like ready to take this man's head off with this laundromat. I'm like, yo, go sit in the corner.
You triggered me.
But I'm pissed off. Like I went from an 8 pissed off to like 12. Just. It's like you look like somebody I used to know, so now I just want to fuck you up.
Damn.
Was Monique this year? Was that this year?
Nah, that was little this year.
The tail end of Monique was this year.
Because she kind of never stopped, right?
Yeah, like she.
Nigga said she kind of never stopped.
It never ended.
Let me tell you something, dog. One thing about Monique, dog. I hope she get her coin.
I hope she get her buddy. I wanted to get her buddy, though.
Yeah.
Shut up, Marty. I keep giggling over this. Stop it.
You don't want her to get her money, Marty.
Oh no, of course.
No, of course.
Of course. Every nickel. Every nickel. Oh yeah, she needs it all.
Don't spend it all in one place, Monique.
Cloud chasing all-time high
Save
2019.
tokens for the kid.
Niggas doing their thing for clout.
And when we say cloud chasing, like I know we talked about this on a previous episode about how clout isn't a bad thing. It's when what you just said, when you would do anything for it. And a lot of times we're in a generation where you get famous on going viral, and people are doing some of the stupidest shit to get this viral fame.
Remember the viral fame of the alcohol challenge or the fire challenge?
The fire challenge.
I remember all the
you
challenges.
pour alcohol on yourself and set your own motherfucking ass on fire.
No, they were doing
I
it.
laughed.
I've been doing that shit.
Like that's stupid.
Like that's just natural
That shit's
selection right there.
hilarious.
Just weeding
That
out
shit is just
I think that is that D would agree. I think
That's
that is
pure-
natural selection.
That's pure
and
olden
he's burning
times
himself to
entertainment.
okay, there we
If
I'm
you
gonna
would-
take this prisoner and set his ass on fire.
This is
That's
free-
pure
this is-
olden times.
If you stupid
This is
enough to
free
set
jackass.
yourself on
I'm
fire,
glad-
you should. You should.
Aha.
Free jackass.
Aha.
I like that.
Aha, you stupid
Yeah,
bitch. Come on, man. Nigga, you should.
If you're stupid enough to do it, you should.
You like
My mom just
Go ahead.
touch it.
Go ahead.
Tell the
What
baby
are you
to touch
doing?
My mom does this thing every time we come together. She'll open up and she'll tell you
Go touch it. Go touch it.
Go ahead.
Go touch it. Go burn yourself, bitch.
Is it hot? Is it hot?
Some dead people in 2019. We got Nipsey Hussle. We got John Witherspoon. Too many. Like this was like we took some.
Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll happened this year.
Toni Morrison.
Damn, Toni Morrison happened this
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
We lost a lot of greats, man.
I remember that.
Dylan.
Mellow 2 and I don't know his name, the white dude.
Luke Perry.
Oh
Luke Perry.
shit.
Luke Perry.
Luke. Who?
I was about to say something disrespectful, but I'm gonna give you that. Dylan. Okay, Luke Perry.
I'm just saying random shit.
No, it's fine. No, they died too.
Right,
And,
we-
and
we-
you-
we-
people
we-
people
we-
get what I was about to say, and I'm not gonna say it. So let's continue.
He said, we ain't worried about no white 102.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it, but it's
no.
I'm gonna tell you I was gonna
No.
say
I
it.
didn't even say
No.
the nigga name, dog. That's why I was
Not
like,
gonna
look,
say
I don't
it.
even know it. I'm just say something
It's
random.
gonna have so much the same effect,
Oh my
but
fucking
not exactly
God,
the
man.
same effect.
Yes.
But you know what I mean. You got it. You get it at the end. At the end of the day, you know what I mean.
And that's when you get a whole time skip. So whatever the fuck was people saying.
I was caught at they died too, honestly. But
I was still there. Oh, and they died too. That's like.
as soon as I said it, I was like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh, that was bad. That's nice.
That was a oh shit moment.
But did Leah Chase die this year? Was that this year? Or was that January this year, huh?
It's all right.
Leah Chase.
Thank you, Chelsea.
She got hurt.
Thank you, Chelsea.
It's okay. Cool.
Leah Chase, give me more dead people to move on.
Dr. John.
All right.
T.I. and the Hyman.
Oh, we we talked about this, did we not?
The hymen don't work that way, bruh.
He was a don't be ashy.
Yeah, he was.
Zimmerman had the nerve to try to sue Trayvon's parents.
Oh, that bitch.
Somebody need to kill him. So why he still living, nigga? Why the fuck you at Zimmerman?
MAGA tried to get registered as an oppressed group.
White folks being white folks.
White folks being
That's
white folks.
anything else to talk about. Omarion became the most zen motherfucker on the planet.
Hey, so
Yo, like, but Fizz, you was kind of fucked up for that. I don't care.
He was.
Yeah. We ain't really been friends. We ain't been friends in like years, so we ain't friends, nigga. No, nigga. You work. You try to still do. You still try to work with this nigga and fuck his baby mama. That don't go.
But like, if you see Omarion's video, they're like, he said y'all aren't friends. Is that true? He said that.
Did he take a beat? Yeah, he was like, he said that. Well, I guess not.
I guess we was doing something different.
I guess all
of a sudden, he's no.
That's all right. That's all I needed to know.
Nigga, you lost your money. That nigga lost your money. He took your paycheck, nigga.
And then cheated on him.
We can't find Aisha Curry. We can't find Aisha Curry pretty unnecessarily.
Yeah,
we got.
I forgot that was this year.
That happened this year because she enjoys attention from other people besides her husband. We called her a hoe. Like human beings,
like there's always a
like human beings don't like.
Did this lady go to the grocery store? She must be a hoe.
Whoa, what you saying, woman? What you saying, woman?
I was just saying, everybody feels like Trixie Tang. Just tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty.
I mean, who don't like being complimented by people? That was like one of the most entities that lasted a minute. I mean, but we had a freaking attack on this woman for a second over anything that she said. It was an issue. So that was a trippy enough deal.
You still get to go home to your $1 million house, with your $1 million dick, with your $1 million basketball player. Listen,
anybody seen his news? They were supposed to.
Lil Nas X, that was this year, right?
Yes.
Lil Nas X has got to be the most petty motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
How you figure?
Why?
Because first off, they fucked him over on the whole Old Town Road song, which I won't want to hear ever again in life.
It's still the most sellingest song of ever, though.
Yes, it's
international money.
It was number one it was the longest number one single until like Billie Eilish knocked him off, but he got knocked off the country charts. Because they felt the song
taken off
because they felt the song wasn't country enough. Then he did the remix
with the white man
with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes.
And
that's what gave him
when he came in, I was confused. Marty
came as always and give him the credibility.
And that's what gave him his number one.
When Billy Ray
then
Cyrus came in.
This motherfucker comes out the closet. So not only do you have a black motherfucker, but you got a black gay dude on the country charts. That is fucking hilarious.
I feel like the first country song came from a black gay man.
I'm not sure if Charlie Pride is gay.
That's how I feel.
I'm mad you're about to fight.
I feel like Charlie Pride probably knew another nigga that made a fucking gay song. He was like, oh man, I made a gay song. Made a country song. He's like, oh man.
made a gay song.
I vibe, bro, but I like women, so I'm gonna make this song over here. But that was real. I felt your heart.
Shut up, 5.
In Texas.
On that mountain, Joe, don't forget, it was two brothers on the mountain.
New Mexico hills were along the way.
New Mexico hills was on the way.
No, bruh.
He told his own fans about. He was like, "Yup, I only got one song. Y'all about to get this cut with this person. You about to get a remix with this person."
Oh yeah, he wrote that song to the breaks.
I wrote that bitch too.
British black actors and that whole controversy was a thing this year.
Y'all act like British black actors
ain't black.
Privilege. Well, they do have privilege. I say that everybody has privilege. And I guess they see them as more whatever, but they know Stanislavski like I know Stanislavski, so what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
About the audition, I gotta go up against a whole bunch of niggas that look like me anyway. So whether they come from Britain, Japan, Australia,
right? Like, come on, doesn't matter.
I gotta compete against that nigga. So y'all,
right?
It's a non-conversation.
That's not even the point. I'm going in with the intent to kill, not the intent to look at my nigga on the left and be like, oh fuck, he's English and black, and I should be intimidated.
Put on my accent anyway to even audition.
Right, to even audition.
If they
like,
come on, man. Half the time they not gonna get the role. They even They gotta have an American accent.
They be barely pulling that shit off.
Unless they're auditioning for Top Boy.
They got some people that will cast like it's like that schoolyard shit. Well, he got glasses on, so he seems smarter.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about they think they're more accomplished.
Yeah, I'm like,
but also
struggle like me.
But also in Hollywood, as if we talking some theater shit, I would feel you more. But in Hollywood, nigga, there a lot of times we often look us people that are more educated in the field, got more craftsmanship in the film and all that, and they'll pull this nigga off the street because he looked like the nigga that they wanted in their movie.
That's true.
Oftentimes, so much in the film game, son, in the Hollywood game, they don't always respect whether you got a British degree or any degree. Half the time was I feeling him saying that.
They are visual artists.
Does he look? Does he sound?
So whether they're from Britain or not, it's like in the actual game, it's like y'all just want to start shit against black people, and I'm like, we all black, yo. Like, why are we stirring this pot?
In the grand scheme of things, I can still kind of pop up on one hand these black British actors that y'all talk about. You're talking about John Boyega, you're talking about Idris, you're talking about Chiwetel.
They didn't even know Idris was Britain for the longest.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. He was in the wire for 4 seasons, and they didn't even know that. No, 3. I think he died in season 3, Joe. 4.
No.
3 or 4.
He was there 3.
Yeah, son. And they didn't even know he was even
like
British.
I said, half the time y'all don't know Giovanni Depo is technically British. But all these other people, fucking, you don't know motherfuckers like Lucian Laviscount or fucking Ricky Beetle Blair or...
I don't even know these names.
Exactly.
Saying. Like,
Black
but I mean, like,
baby.
yeah, baby, but I don't have a face reference, so you saying words. The Rise of the Baby happened this year, major.
Hey, that's my dog. K.R.K. Kirk, you know how I rock behind my daddy? Man, I don't know my daddy, but still. K.R.K.
that was weird.
The baby does know his. Well, he did.
That nigga be snapping.
He
was on satellite when I had it for a minute. So if you talking about at the end of the year, that nigga was going heavy.
No, this was his year though. Like when you just look at the continuation, the rise of him right now, he like the hottest cat. And like I remember at the top of the year, there was like when they talk about all the babies that's out, you hear about Lil Baby, hear about their baby, and the main thing you'd always hear, but the baby can spit though. That's what you always hear before he even got big. They're like, the baby can spit though. They always follow that up with him. So it was cool to see him really get it in. You feel me? And he said, I don't send news. That's not my dick. Because his dick just recently.
That dick was gorgeous.
Well, whichever dick it was.
It was. Okay. What? Stop judging us. That was 6 o'clock in the morning. I saw that. I was like, good morning.
That's what you started. That's what you started your coffee.
Bitch, I was on break. Do you understand? Okay, great. Glad we had this conversation.
I was like, wait, I need somebody
Moving
to
on.
verify.
Bitch, verification.
Then you have the ASAP Rock. A lot of niggas got leaked this year.
Yeah, there was a lot of dick leakers because for the longest, for previous years, it was women specifically.
Yeah.
But this year, a lot of dick leaking happening. A lot of dick leaking.
I don't know about that. That's not a lot of dick leaking.
Leak them.
She said leak them. Leak them.
They just leaking. You call somebody.
Well, here's a segue for leaking. It's water, and we're going to go into The Little Mermaid's Black. And that was a big fucking issue. Remember, that was like this backlash.
Man,
and just whole talk about race
Why
swapping.
wouldn't it be?
Anytime a blackface goes into what used to be looked at as an original white character, white people go in hysteria.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers were actually trying to rationalize why
A mermaid scientifically could be
That was
right.
hilarious. That was funny to me.
Because
The science of a
mermaid
fictional
actually
character.
showed up around Dutch fish. It's a mermaid. A mermaid could be blue. It doesn't fucking matter.
Hello.
I was like, y'all sitting there talking about, well, normally Dutch people are white. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't care about nationality. Otherwise, freaking Emma Watson would have got backlash. She's British and freaking Bella's French. So argue that shit.
Hell, Beauty and the Beast, y'all didn't get the right motherfucker.
All I saw was Hermione.
Like, don't fucking come.
No character whatsoever.
Oh my god. Skilly shit. I'm just saying what you say, Chelsea.
I'm just saying, I'm saying all that.
Y'all just attacking blackness. And it's just, it's getting
No.
old. Can we not, going into 2020, going into 2020, can we just leave blackness be and just let it be all its greatness? Because right now, we're mainly the ones coming up with original shit. In the land of the reboots, most of the black shit coming is original.
Speaking of which, anybody seen Cats yet?
Hell no, and I ain't not going to see that shit.
Did you see the meme?
You lost your mind.
Cats is trash. And it's like, they're the kids. The source material was trash.
Cats is awesome.
You're the first person I ever heard say that.
I saw that shit when I was a kid at the Sanger Theater. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie.
Shit is horrible. Bunch of litter and shit. It's horrible, though.
As I'm jumping down memory lane
Horrible.
about former episodes, and there's this one episode that stands out to me, and it says, "I imagine Jesus probably got his ass whooped a lot." What are we talking about now? One of the talking points is, "Did Jesus have hands?" Just throwing it out there. Continue.
I can't remember what that conversation was.
Did Jesus have hands?
I'm sure it was hilarious.
Well, I bet you one of us said Jesus did have hands.
I would say yes.
Jesus probably fought like a bitch.
That happened in 2019.
This sounds like a replaying of the episode. This is exactly how it went. I guarantee you it was Joseph's idea, and then D-Mac went, no, Jesus was a bitch, and then Martin, But moving on, though, that's exactly the episode. Does that not how it went?
But like, if you strip like the fandom of Jesus, like Christianity is a fandom of Jesus, so you have to strip that away. You have to think about who he was. Like,
You think
I think the nigga did have hands.
No,
Because the reason why I would say he had hands because he was talking like some real big shit. They was like, well, what do we do if we see a woman walking up the street very provocatively? Poke your damn eyes out if you can't help yourself.
Now you had to be a real militant to be that kind of real G.
But if he was that real, why he even gave a fuck about them people with the fish and the bread? Y'all niggas find your own food, goddammit. Y'all ain't about to make me feed y'all.
Listen.
Goddamn, Martin.
He did. We often leave out that quote he said about, you got a problem with me. Stone them niggas, they got a problem with me. Jesus said that in the Bible. Go find it. He says,
It's somewhere in the next Leviticus.
I don't know if it's not Leviticus. Nigga.
No, fuck.
That ain't Leviticus, my nigga. That is.
Ain't there a Lamentation?
I don't know. Libya is not
Libya's a book of the Bible.
Bottom John situation now. This boy cut the killer of his brother happened this year.
What?
The Bottom John situation happened this year.
Oh yeah. The forgiveness of the cops.
Cops. Us and letting cops. That's every year, damn near.
That is every year, damn near.
Popeye's chicken sandwich was this year.
That shit went up and now it's down.
That shit was good when it first came out. When it left and it came back, that shit.
It come back the same. It came back like Bluebell.
They was
like,
Yeah, they changed.
you here, but you.
He said it come back the same.
Everybody I talked to said they it's still just as good.
Okay.
In my head, I would think theoretically, I haven't had it. But
I got chicken, I got brioche buns, and I have seasoning.
He will always be a black mama. We got spaghetti in there.
Black mama
I can make
pizza.
Popeye chicken sandwiches at home.
Right.
Like
I got Popeyes at home.
You got Popeyes money, goddammit.
Hasbro brought Death Row.
Not the bitch, nah, but
Hasbro
got some real money.
Well, you know, Death Row got
really mad. So
Death Row had a Death Row.
Malik Yoba.
Oh God,
Speaking with the Jussie Smollett situation, like we was talking about, when you think about the shit he's done, it's like, that's bad what you did, but let's not take away from the fact of something that's important.
Undercover New York.
So you feel like the good part of he's trying to make it acceptable to find trans women attractive, even though I forgot the fuck shit was he messed up.
Like he didn't tell his baby.
13-year-old trans girl.
Oh, yeah.
And then when he got called on it, he had a fucking breakdown.
I liked it.
It was hilarious. I remember we watched it.
Like we've been here for 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
I love seeing pieces of shit break down.
That is a very funny statement. I like seeing pieces of shit break down. I want to have diarrhea happen for you. Now. Saints, man. Shouts out to the Saints. Give you a little sports list.
Oh man, listen, dog. The Saints are on the road.
Oh yes.
We're going against Minnesota. We beat Minnesota, then we automatically going to see San Francisco. The thing about it is, we got to fight Minnesota in our hometown. We beat them. We got to go to San Francisco hometown. But other than that,
we not on the road.
Man, shut the fuck up.
You know, get this money, but shit didn't work how I needed to. I watched that game, bitch. I was like, come on.
My dog said, shut the fuck up, Five. We're not here for your negativity.
What negativity, dog? See, I need to come through with a win. I don't know what was going on. What that bitch ass nigga name is?
I don't know the bitch ass nigga that you're negatively referring to right now.
What's this nigga name, man?
We're not here for your anti-Saintism.
Russell Wilson?
yes, his bitch ass. You hear me? He ain't come through the clutch.
Whoa.
Like, we needed him to come through.
So why is Russell a bitch ass?
Why is he a bitch ass?
Cisco, we could have had the.
Oh, he going out and messed us up or something?
Yeah. We could have been ahead.
We needed him to come through.
A lot of rich women paid alimony this year.
Oh yeah, to pay their kids out of college and get them out of jail.
I mean, a lot of niggas cheated and they was able to get the women that was rich
Oh,
to
yeah,
pay
talking
them
about
off.
that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
And Felicity Huffman went to jail.
Allegedly.
No, she went to jail.
I'm saying allegedly because what? How much time? did she
2
actually
weeks.
serve?
2 weeks. You started arguing with your entire family before, and then come back like everything is fine, just enough to cool off.
Come on.
She's still in jail though now.
Tatiana Jefferson happened this year.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting that story? What happened? Which one was that?
Tatiana Jefferson was playing with her nephew.
Oh, when the niggas came in, shot up. Oh God, while she was playing the video game with her nephew.
Yep.
That was some bullshit.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Very horrible.
Shouts out to When They See Us. That was this year.
When They See Us, and of course Jarrell Jerome, who is the first Afro-Latino who's won an acting Emmy ever. On the one hand, yay Jarrell. On the other hand,
We need more.
The fuck?
Yeah. Also, we had the box eating pastor. What was that? Oh yeah.
Pastor Wilson.
Box eating.
Pass the pussy to the left hand side.
Okay, Pastor Pussy. That's his name from now on. Pastor Pussy.
About 10 that box up.
What else I got? Dave Chappelle came in and rocked the boat. Classic stand-up that really pissed a lot of people off if you go to certain sections, and empowered other people if you go to other sections.
Here's my thing with that.
Okay, come on.
Because Dave Chappelle, he reportedly quit his show because the wrong motherfucker laughed at the jokes too loud.
Ooh.
That's why he canceled his show.
Hot take.
Yeah, he thought people was laughing at him and not with him.
And here's my thing. That's why I'm like, with the jokes, is like,
Why you can't understand?
certain people are laughing too loud at that.
Ooh.
Like, that's how they actually feel. So they're laughing at that shit. It's like, there's people.
Marty, what you got to say?
I agree.
Good job, Marty.
You
You get a sticker, love. You want the smiley face or the star?
I know because you was a huge fan of the stand-up. I was
Like just right.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's like I guess I don't know. Yeah.
We talking about the jokes. That shit was whack. That nigga was nowhere with it. He was cooler when he.
You thought the jokes was whack?
It was like, I felt like
it's not
Dave
no,
Chappelle
sir.
was like riding the wave of being Dave Chappelle. Cause like I think in one of the things he was like, man, I'm gonna make the joke funny no matter what. Like I felt like in that one he was being like a little bit too humorous. He ain't give me whatever the fuck we paid for to watch that.
He did say that though in his last comedy special. He's like, at this point I just put punchlines in a fish jar and I pick one out and I'm like, I'm gonna make this shit funny. And he like did it. He was like, oh. Okay.
I mean, it wasn't really that amazing. I feel like he's doing too much tie-dye.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. I don't care.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking funny.
I mean, it's for each taste, but he was the man before he left. But he went to Africa and found whatever he found. I'm glad he came back.
He did like 4 stand-ups in the meet. So you saying you felt like all 4 of his stand-ups since he's been back from Africa
I
has
haven't
been
really
whack?
checked for him, dog. That one just really turned my stomach.
Which one is you talking about?
Dog, I think it's his first one or his second one when he really came back because it had.
No, we talking about the most recent one. He did Sticks and Stones. The Netflix joint Sticks and Stones. What we talking about?
Man, I ain't even checking.
See you, nigga.
That's what I'm telling you.
What you mean you not checking for a
I
five?
was the first one to say the jokes was fucking funny. They were hilarious. But then I had to look at, I was seeing transphobic people.
Hold up, I'm back. What is this happening? It's on iTunes. My bad. It's not on iTunes. What is this happening on? VLC? Alright, what you saying, Mom?
Okay, I was saying the jokes are really fucking funny. They're actually hilarious. But then I see the homophobic and the transphobic people. They're like, yeah. That's why I don't fuck with them alphabet people. Then it's like, whoa, that's what makes the joke unfunny. It's like, whoa, like you could laugh. Like there was a joke that's like, black people love fried chicken, but everybody loves fried chicken. I laughed at that until I saw the white people laughing at it too. I was like, no.
Hold up a second.
And
like you see, it's like when you see white people post nigga memes.
And it's a thing that I think we snowball into something that was often a conversation as well in 2019 when they talk about PC culture, when they talk about snowflake culture, when they talk about how like in some ways we're getting too sensitive, but in some ways when people talk about us being too sensitive, they want to use that as a way to silence the things that we should actually be talking about and the balance of that. Because a lot of people within the comedy, they like, yeah, man, y'all coming down on comedy too hard. But then some of y'all jokes ain't even really comedy. That's a tax master's comedy. But then to a degree, you still have a point of, well, sometimes people are tripping about jokes. So it's just like in 2019, I don't think we found it. But that became a thing of us trying to figure out where is the balance of what's across the line and what's jokes. You know what I mean? Even if you get out of comedy.
Like I said, there was cast member Saturday Night Live got picked, then did this really anti-Asian bullshit on his podcast.
Yeah.
Was saying like Asian slurs and everything, and was immediately fired.
Should have been a stupid ass.
He messed up his whole bag.
And
he messed up his whole
Here's
bag.
what's crazy. Rob Schneider, who himself is Filipino, sent him some long ass tweet talking about, I'm sorry that you grew up in such a sense. I'm always of the opinion that we are not as sensitive as we think. We are, yes, what you're calling sensitive is finally hearing the people that you've been shutting up for such a long damn time. You make gay jokes and fucking trans jokes all the time in the 80s and the 90s, but that's because they ain't no real gay people or trans people in the 80s and the 90s to say, hey, that shit ain't cool.
Right. It goes to change the cultures. Because I want to throw this in here too. That's as I'm clicking through, I'm almost to the end of this, honestly. But the Tank situation, about how they tried to clown him, about what he was saying about being able to suck two dicks or whatever and still be straight or what have you. It's all in that same pot of like we so quick. We so quick to like just judge and throw people on the bus and be like, yo, and it's like, nah, nigga, like, let motherfuckers be. You hear me? Let us keep growing. But continue, my bad.
And if you want to sexually explore motherfuckers and sexually explore motherfuckers, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we?
If you sitting up,
can my dog Lauren suck a dick and still be straight, please?
Not multiple dicks.
What?
How many dicks?
6 dicks.
What's the dick limit?
How many dicks does Lawrence have to suck before he can know if he's straight or not?
That's the ground, Monty.
The women say 5.
That be the title of the show.
I'm not gonna make the title Lawrence sucking dick. No, I'm not.
Lawrence got 6 dicks. Can he suck them all?
1, 2, 3.
He's a guy. He's a guy.
Okay. I will say something. It's all of an identifying sort of, I feel like it's identification. If you didn't sat up here and blown somebody and you were like, I'm not sure, that was in the wrong sense, then you blow somebody else and you like, yeah, this wasn't cool for me. Then you figured out that you're not gay.
I feel like I can't wait till we just move into the future of none of that's like
a big damn deal.
Any deal at all.
What did we say this? What did we say this year? Sexuality is a spectrum.
It's a spectrum, man.
And every year before that.
And I just wish it could just be accepted that it's a spectrum. Because at the end of the day, who that nigga fucking ain't got nothing to do with me, my dick, or nothing. Got nothing. But for whatever reason, in society, it's everything. Niggas not even getting jobs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas gay or like there's so much bullshit in 2019 as we go into 2020. That's something I just want to leave.
Mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business, man.
Blow anybody that you want to blow.
So as we wrap up this episode, this crossover joint, anybody got any last minute things? Anything going into 2020 that they want to just, manifest for themselves? You know what I'm saying?
I got the question. What is something that you learned in 2019?
Man, I learned to forgive more and keep it pushing.
I don't need to charge for the dick.
That's
Velvet Jones thinking. Be a hoe. I want to be a hoe.
I mean, that was slickly profound though.
That joke could have went got canceled real quick, but that shit was funny.
But funny enough, on Eddie on SNL though, I like the original shit more than the callbacks. Maybe because I didn't have as much of a connection to a lot of callbacks.
Like that,
yeah, because like the elf shit, the Christmas joint was fucking hilarious. So it's like, but like you said, that Velvet Jones didn't really strike me as much.
Really?
I remember the
I mean, that just didn't work for me.
When he came back. He came back and did a lot of his old joints, and some of his old joints stuck.
I want to be a hoop.
And some of them didn't really stick with me.
I need to watch it.
I don't know, going into what did I learn from 2019?
Yes.
I don't know. I gotta come back. That's
toxic masculinity.
Toxic. I'm gonna say this. I didn't learn this, but I want this to be like just remembered. A thing could be a thing and another thing at the same time.
Yes.
People act like you got to be one or the other. A thing has to be one or the other. So many things that we find ourselves arguing about oftentimes falls in the middle. It's often a gray area. So that's one thing you can look at. You can look intersections. In 2019, most of the issues was people not trying to find an intersection of the middle ground. They were just so hard in their emotions of being on one extreme or the other. And I say the more that we try to fight for the middle ground, as long as that middle ground does not harm anyone. Because sometimes, like when Trump said there's good sides on both sides, we're talking about racists and black people, then no, that's not a middle ground we should be trying to fight towards. But there are many other middle grounds that I feel like we can find as we move, as we move forward. So that's one thing I can take from 2019 to 2020. Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Anybody?
To give more to myself because everybody's not worthy of the energy of giving. Everybody isn't in a mood to receive, and everybody isn't willing to receive or to give. So learning who to give to and more to give to myself than anybody else.
Word.
Agreed.
Sleep.
SB.
What did I learn? This
Ari. Hold on, Ari. Wait a minute. Let's choose one.
Okay, how about this?
You can even turn a negative into a positive.
Okay, how about this?
Ari.
It's okay to lose your shit. Fuck it. It's okay to lose your shit.
It is.
For example, do you remember what happened over the summer at Mofo's?
Mm-hmm.
You told me I should have lost my shit. I think, I might have started losing my shit a little bit more.
Yes.
And then pray to God, y'all gonna I get out of it safe. And sound. And if
Lose
I don't,
shit.
fuck it.
Here go the deal, SB. Sometimes you're someone else's karma.
I've been learning it. Bless them. That's what I learned this year. Fucking right. That's my into stuff. Fucking, you gotta bless these motherfuckers. Didn't I say sometimes, Lord, God, they take too fucking long. Lord, you taking too long, Lord. I'm a fucking Sean. Fuck them. I'm a Sean. I'm gonna bless you. I'm sorry. Bless these motherfuckers. Fuck your life. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show you.
If only this was a visual show, guys. I wish y'all could see this shit.
I wish y'all could see this shit. Police might be on my side. They might let my black ass go. Lose your shit. I'm cute sometimes.
Lose your
shit.
shit.
I'm not gonna do this.
Chelsea, what's up? What's up, Chelsea?
Amen. It can always be you.
It can always be you.
It can always be you.
Accountability is very powerful.
No, I'm not even talking about that. Don't think the shit can't happen to you. You be like, man, fuck. Pregnancy was a big thing up in 2019. I knew about 30 bitches that was pregnant. And then one time I was like, what the fuck? It can always happen.
They're all
to you.
over.
You could be pregnant and not know it. Don't touch There's a ghost on it.
Jesse is about to go.
You came as we wrapping up, La Mama.
Casper coming.
Frankie.
I do things better by myself.
You do things better by yourself?
Indeed.
Fuck.
I entered this year in a relationship with somebody I had been with for almost 5 years, and then I couldn't picture that being ending, and then it did, and so I was like, yo, you right, I do shit better by myself. So let's do that. So I'm taking that into 2020 and we'll be doing my own thing. Better by myself.
All right. Mike 5, what you learn about 2019? What you want to take into 2020?
Nigga, I'm just trying to get lucky, period. That's it. Luck's supposed to be an opportunity, me preparation, but I'm just trying to be lucky.
I thought that was success, but that'll be luck too.
All I got for you.
Jay Steele, who just came in the building, co-host ReviewingDAT this year. What did you learn about 2019 that you could take in 2020?
Leave my bed alone, ho.
That's how Mike. That's how Mike get the women right there. That's how you do it. That's how you sweet talk them.
No 5, too much.
That's how New Orleans niggas flirt.
We don't like that.
2019, what you learned. 2020, what you bringing with you?
I learned that these hoes gonna try you, but you can't let them.
Come on.
They will definitely try you.
But you can't let them.
Pretty girlfriend.
People drift apart, and that's okay.
And that's fine.
That's okay.
If they drift apart, you know that part of your life is over, and that's okay.
And that's what you do. Yep.
People can grow and change.
I learned the value of networking.
Yes.
Like just something, I know it's a concept that's like it's always been around. It's like it's always something we've kind of been told about, but just the value of like working that shit and like over this year, just learning like what that can be just off of like one thing. One person see a thing, you get in touch with this person, you get in touch with that person, and that always leads to another thing. It's always something there, and it's like I don't know, just kind of looking back at this year. Network.
No, I totally feel you because a lot of whole profiles, a lot of high profile cats have like. I felt like over this past year they said the same shit to me about relationships and building them and how important relationships are in this game or any game specifically in business. So it's like, and that's all part of networking too for keeping those relationships healthy enough. Because a lot of times, even with this acting shit, you think it's that audition that might get you in that room. Sometimes it be that nigga just liked you that got you that role or that opportunity.
Very true. Very
It could be because that nigga liked you.
Oh, it could be that too.
I mean, that too.
But it could be
that happens.
There's so many.
And that couch come out.
I mean, fuck the couch, but there's a lot of determining factors.
Anyway,
because a lot of times you don't know who paying attention to you from afar. You know what I mean? So yeah, that networking shit real. That relationship.
I
real.
will tell you this: I got my newest agent from the fact that they saw Sherry on my resume.
Come on,
it's like
that had nothing to do with talent.
I graduated years ago.
Come on,
he's like, oh, I know this person. I know that you know this person. I respect this person. Let me give you a tryout. Now I got agent.
Come on, like let's make healthy relationships that can benefit, profit, and let's get it in. So we're getting out here. What you saying, Ron?
So, what is one accomplishment that you did? Well, what's your accomplishments, and what do you plan on? It could be as big or as small as possible. One of your accomplishments, and what do you plan on doing in 2020? And I guess I'll start with me.
This is popcorn. We ain't going to orders.
Thank God. So I joined Equity, got cast as an Equity actor, booked my first commercial, and got an agent.
Yeah.
I want to finish writing because I want to do a web series again in 2020.
Turn up.
And half y'all gonna be up in it anyway. You already know that. Come on now.
Accomplishments. Who got accomplishments? 2019.
I got 2 accomplishments.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that I did this year.
Let's go.
I freaking wrote a movie up in 2018. I
Period.
filmed that bitch. With 2 of which, Dom, I'm calling this dude Dom. D was my lead actor. His name was Dom, and Marty helped me shoot that shit, and I'm very proud of that shit.
Relationships.
Yes.
Network.
And I'm slowly getting over social anxiety, which is something I sung in public on Sunday. I don't sing in public unless I'm getting paid for it and I can hide behind some lights, because I do a musical as long as I can't see the audience. So yeah, that's 2 things I'm proud of.
Feel that.
I managed to maintain my business for another year.
You dig. You dig brand.
I ain't got nobody signing my check right now. I can say that. And I think this year, 2 of my biggest things was, 1, I just really learned a lot about myself and who I am, as a person. And I've grown to accept a lot of things about myself as well. And the second thing, I just learned that, and it's for anybody really, if you're going to focus on anything, you should focus on trying to be the strongest version of yourself.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? In all aspects, physically, mentally, financially. Just be the strongest version of those things that you can possibly be. And most times, everything else that you focused on won't become easy, but it'll definitely become a lot easier. Because ever since I just started trying to be the strongest version of myself, I've just found a bunch of things in my life just getting just a little bit easier to fucking do. You know, so that's my thing.
Tabernacle.
Yeah.
That's preach.
Popcorn. Anybody else?
Man, look, I did some good shit. I did some bad shit. I hope I do better next year. That's all I really gotta say about that. The thing, I mean, yeah.
You got a new agent.
I mean, yeah, I got an agent. Got in the movie, in the play. You did.
Using your
know
first
what I'm
movie from
saying?
your agent.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of great things, dog. But real talk, you know what I'm saying? They about to start shooting. So like,
Man, motherfuck you.
Yeah, man.
A dream came true for me that came true way faster than I fucking thought I would. And now I'm directing and I don't know what to do with myself. And now, not only have I directed my first show by myself, I'm directing my first musical that's coming out in 2020. So now it's like, what is going on next? Because now it's time to dream bigger. So that's the next thing.
Yeah.
Real.
I want to try and do more music this year.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm dropping the album 2020.
Facts. We all dropping albums. Let's go. I'm your head.
I can't spit like that, but once again,
Let's go, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's not what I heard.
Amigos. Look, I'll take
ad-libs.
off. Woo! Lawrence.
All right, so let's wrap this up. Here, man.
Let's give a thank you to the people who have been listening to this mess for as long as you have.
Yes, indeed.
It's on the Fly with Bats feed. It's on everybody else's feed as well.
Yes,
but it's on the Fly with Bats feed, so you know you were coming in and sitting down for a little while.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for giving us. All of us, the Fly with Bats podcast, your 30, the Acting While Black, the What's On, the On the Lake podcast. There's so many of them. Yeah, the Reviewing That. There we go. I think I covered all of them. Thanks for listening to all of us all throughout this decade.
Yeah, man.
We started. You guys started in 2016. We started in 2014. You guys were 2018. So you listen to us all throughout the decade. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for giving us reviews. Thanks for sending stuff in. We still waiting. Our inbox is empty.
They be scared, yo.
But then y'all want to come on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody
want to be on the list.
Every toxic nigga always be like, come on, I want to be on the show. Like,
No, you don't.
Put them in the stress.
I smell it every time. Go ahead.
So, that being said, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. I am Soulboy30. Check me out on Snapchat. That's LWeber584. And check me out on ArrogantObserversRants.blogspot.com. The cat is sitting on one of those robot vacuums and enjoying the ride.
Wow.
Hi, Marty.
Hi, Marty.
Thanks, everybody. You can find me, Marty, MartyEdwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Also go to LowRainPictures, what that guy said. Yeah.
Posse Wine, it's your boy AlphaJo, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the room. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, you can find me on IG, AlphaJo, no E. Facebook, Joseph Alpha, man, 504 for Happy New Year.
Damn it.
I don't know, fuck, man. Look, man, remember smoke all this fucking weed, son? It be like 8 hours, dog. A last time smoking this fucking dog. I swear I go see this fireworks show, dog. Happy fucking New Year, y'all. Hope all y'all blessings quadruple for the New Year's. And fuck it. Lick dick, suck pussy, eat it all. Fuck, man. Get
Wow. It's your fault. Y'all messed up the family. Y'all the reason Big Mama got up.
That buddy got pushed quick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everybody know your song, son. If you're out in the street, you're looking for me.
Damn.
Come on, 5.
My bad, Joe.
So I'm gonna try to follow that.
Yeah.
This is your boy D-Mac, your Lord and Savior. Catch me on Instagram at FrenchBread.kid. And shopatyourdigbrand.com, ho. Peace out.
You're a lord.
I was waiting for him to call me a whore. Sup, sluts.
Oh yeah, that's what I should have.
Sup, slags. Jeez.
I'm gonna let the sluts live for the rest of the year. For the last couple of hours.
Alright, so that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford, man. You can find me at Martin Bass Bradford on Facebook and your Googles, everywhere else at Mr. Bats. Spell it, Mr. Out, you're gonna find another cat, you heard me? And hit us up at flywithbats@gmail.com. Hit us up at reviewingdat@gmail.com. You refer it, we review it.It us up for the Acting While Black, also at flywithbats@gmail.com. As we keep saying, man, you know, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that there. Leave us some reviews, leave us, you know, holler at us. We want you to be part of the conversation. Yeah, man. That's it for the Fly With Bats people, man. What's up on the lick?
From the director's seat, it's your mom, That Fire, coming from the stage and screen, RelleTheProtagonist. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram at RelleTheProtagonist, or don't. Thank you.
Or don't.
Listening.
Hey y'all, this your girl Irie, Sleeping Beauty.
My baby.
Oh, Irie.
Don't fucking come from
on
it,
the
bitch.
link, baby. You already know. But you can catch me on IG. Pac Little One, because you know Pac my real daddy. Yes, daddy, I got you. I always rep you.
Alright, this is the Black Powerpuff Girl on Instagram,
What?
Chelsea Blunt. And you can follow me on Twitter at Chelsea_moi. Some bitch took
the
Chelsea
fun
and
out of it,
me.
huh?
I'm like,
Took the fun out of
okay,
it.
well, bitch, I'll be moi.
Oh,
Chelsea.
okay.
Chelsea.
M-U-A.
M-Y.
I like that.
Oh, Chelsea is me.
Yes.
Bitch, I'm popping. For you sensitive motherfuckers, a nipple out of your mouth. But pop that bitch like you pop the dick out your mouth.
I'm about to say that all that sound like is
Just
somebody
like
sucking
that,
some dick.
bitch. And my earth, please.
The same. It's your girl FrankMarisunshine. You can find me on Instagram as FrankMarisunshine. Don't look for me nowhere else.
Oh, fucking don't.
Look for me on Instagram, and that's Mary with an I. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you can follow us all on Facebook at ONDALAKE PODCAST.
And when we get a cash app, it's going to be on the link podcast.
Instagram, and we currently trying to do shit. So yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Fuck all of y'all.
5. J Still was Yam.
Oh, yeah.
My name is 5.
My name is Mike 5, man. I host the world famous spiritually certified bass mentality. You can catch me every Friday or whenever I put up a mix on my mixcloud.com, Mike5_5IVE on one of the bitches, and that Mike5 on one of the other bitches. Get at
There you
That's
go.
5IVE for your mo, bitch.
Yeah.
That was a lot of bitches. It really was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Fuck
man.
them hoes.
Now we got some hoes.
Fuck them hoes.
Okay.
Fuck them.
That's what happens when you get black people drunk.
Fuck them hoes.
Hold up. It's Bay turn.
It's LeJ still.
Mm-hmm.
You could catch me sometimes maybe on ReviewingDAT.
Or don't.
Or not.
Boom.
And you can follow me at IMGStill_ or at Fat Girl Nola.
Yeah. With good food and shit. Have you salivating?
So yeah, man. So this is gonna serve as side B of what episode we just last did? 92,
94.
Whatever for us.
Y'all about to
90 something.
Y'all about to get 100.
But the last episode was that Christmas episode. This is that New Year's episode. Happy New Year!
Give us a like. Send us an email.
Let us
Talk
free.
to us.
See you on the other side, man.
Bye.
See you later, folks.
All right, man. I'll see y'all.